coffee, cold charts looking way too clean. Had a stop loss set, swore I'd play it safe, but the bell rang loud and my plan broke straight. She winked at me in a 5-minute candle, volume spiking like it couldn't be handled. I said just one trade, yeah right, okay. That was the moment it all went sideways. I was thinking long-term dividends and peace. Then she hit resistance and released the beast. She came tearing through my life like a tornado, ripping past my limits, moving way too pronto. Spun me green, then red, said see you later. Wanna hate her, but I love that trader. Yeah, I know she's bad, but I chase her instead. Caught a pre-market pump on a red-eye trade, margin call ringing like a serenade. She burning through my cash like a wildfire. Options dated closer than I desired. I used to be calm, used to scaling slow. Now full-size contracts, yelling let it go. Said I'd stick to rules, wrote them all in pen, but I crossed every line when she ran again. I was a sensible man with a boring plan. Now I'm refreshing quotes with a shaky hand. She came tearing through my life like a tornado, hotter than CPI, out of control. Those spun me green and red, said see you later. Wanna hate her, but I love that trader. Wanna hate her, but I love that trader. Well, I lost my sleep and half my bankroll, most of my patience and my risk control. My watch list deep, my P&L's a crime, and I swear this market messing with my mind. I say I'm done, log out for the night, but futures open up and pull me back inside. If that chart lights up just right, I'm back in. Yeah, every time she comes tearing through my life like a tornado. Every green candle feeling fatal, spins me around then hits me later. Wanna hate her, but I love that trader. Yeah, I know she's bad, but I chase her instead. Yeah, I know she's bad, but I chase her instead.
Oh, brother, oh, brother, oh, brother. Good morning, good morning, good morning, and happy Friday, TGIF. Happy Payday Friday to all of you who celebrate. Yes, you heard that right. Not only is it the end of the week, the end of the month, but we're celebrating by giving away some prop accounts for futures and options, and we're also giving away some cold, hard cash, folks. It is pinned to the top of chat. It's in the description of the video. You could go to my Twitter page, or if you're in the Discord, we're also doing some of the giveaway in there as well. So if you're in the Discord, you can double dip on all of that. But folks, happy Friday, happy Friday, happy Friday. Why are some of these things pause? What is going on for me? Folks, we're not dropping frames, are we? We're not dropping frames, are we? It froze on my end, but I'm seeing you guys. Chat, if everything's good, can you give me a thumbs up? Because things froze on my end, but I'm monitoring it over here, and it's not showing any dropping frames. So this might be just a personal issue, and I think it's coming through because I'm not moving, but I could see chat. Thumbs up, are we good? Thumbs up, are we good? We are good? Okay, I don't know why I'm frozen over here, but hey, we have on the Lucky Buffalo shirt. We're going to see how things actually end up rocking today. Folks, I'm excited for today. We got some news to go over. Yes, we have some earnings. Yes, we have some political updates. Yes, we have some Fed updates. And then I guess we have some just like monthly conclusion stuff to kind of go over today. It's been a great week. It's honestly been a phenomenal week of trading. I hope that you got yours. It wasn't the most insane week we've ever had, and I'm not saying it's the easiest trading week we've ever had, but definitely a decent amount of opportunity. So like I already said, I hope you got yours. I hope you're heading into the weekend, concluding the week and the month kind of on a high note. Let's see if we can really put a bow on this thing and lock in one more solid trading session, and then just, I guess, be a degenerate this weekend. So I do appreciate you joining me this early. I know we're up at the ass crack of dawn. I do want to remind you of a couple things. If you're watching this right now, this is the final day it'll work. I know that we pushed this code for the Goonie Trading Discord on Wednesday, FOMC, but as I told you, it technically didn't expire till today. So today is the last day. I know with the first time, many people missed it. I got like 23 emails of, dude, I missed the code, I missed the code, I missed the code. So I was trying to be nice, but I'm not going to keep doing it. I'm telling you, this is it. I need to focus on getting more stuff into the Discord and more bots hooked up. So if you want to take advantage of an entire month for free to see what I can do in the month, this is your opportunity to do so. I just wanted to quickly remind you, if you're signing up, remember, if you're on an Apple iPhone, you're going to run into some issues because they have some like age privacy stuff. You can change that in the settings of Discord on the web app. So if you were signing up with an Apple iPhone, it's not really a Discord issue. It's not really a Goonie trading issue. It's like an age restriction privacy thing. So I just want to let you know about that. And also you just, there is a verification process on Discord. So it is easier to handle all of this through the web app. I'm not saying you have to use that permanently, but if you happen to be on an Apple iPhone, an Apple product, you could have some issues. So I just want to call that out. But once again, the entire first month is free. The reason for that is I want to prove to you that being in there for that month, you're going to be net ahead. And I guess the examples of it would be my recent trades. I mean, you could ask anyone in the Discord. My day trades on any given day can pay for an entire year of the service. My swing trades on any given day could pay for an entire year of the service. If you look at like my posted real-time trades, I'm not talking Monday morning quarterbacking. I'm not talking about like getting out of it and then posting it, but also after the entry. No. As soon as I get into the position, I post it. As soon as I get out of the position, I post it. It's all real time. Obviously, day trades for the 0DT on options and also swing trades. If you put those together, just like in the month of January itself, which you could have gotten for free, it would have paid for multiple years of the service. So I think it's net ahead. And then that's not even talking about all the education, all the film videos that are in there, the voice chat with all the other traders, the written chat with all the other traders. Every single morning I do a write-up of what I'm looking for in the market today. I actually just completed it. We do some extra giveaways in there. There's a lot going on, probably actually too much to talk about in this second. And instead of me trying to explain it, I just want a riskless opportunity for you guys to check it out. So once again, that code FOMC will get you in for free. Test it for a month. If you like it, great, stick around. If you don't like it, make sure to cancel your account within the month and you're never going to get charged. If you do get charged, there are no refunds. That is on you. You have to be an adult and know when to cancel your own subscription. So just want to call that out. Just need to give Discord iOS permission from a Microsoft device, or literally just any, like it's just ever since, I don't know, crazy political turmoil, they started doing age restriction stuff on Discord because there's a lot of crazy things that happen in Discord. So I get it. It's their I guess, attempt to protect children or whatever, but it is negatively impacting trading communities like us, and sometimes there's issue. But of course, if you have any technical problems, I will personally help you. Just come to the contact page right here. This contact page goes directly to me, and I do my best to respond to everyone within like 12 hours. Anyone who has been using the contact page, you can pipe up here. Honestly, I am responding to everyone probably within a couple hours, excluding for when I sleep. So I'm not letting you like hang around there. I'm definitely, obviously, trying to get you guys to the right spot as soon as I quickly can. So I want to call that out, code FOMC. Apex is still running 90% off. You could be all in for $97. Lucid is running a pretty crazy deal. You could be all in for $91. This is technically the best deal right now. Lucid, $91. Well, I guess with FFN, You could get 2 for 75, but that's 2. So you're at least in for 150. So it depends on how you want to look at it. But right now there's pretty cool deals. Obviously, those are both for futures. For Vanquish, 25% off with that code Goonie, and also 1 free reset. We're going to be trading on that a little bit today. Oh, actually, before I forget, we haven't done this in a while, so I'm going to start a poll. Okay, so on my Vanquish options account, I'm either going to degenerately buy calls or I'm going to degenerately buy puts at market open. Right at market open, as quickly as I can click it, we're going to see if we can make some money here. So I need you guys to do is, hang on, I'm getting the poll going right now. Market. My financial health is in your hands. Let's see how good you guys are. Okay, so I'm starting a poll. If you're on Rumble, you're going to have to come over to YouTube for this. They don't have polling yet. So I just did a poll on YouTube. Market open, bullish or bearish. I'm literally asking for the first movement, the first 30 seconds, the first minute. That we're not talking about the day. We're not talking about the week, the month, or anything like that. We're talking very short-term degeneracy, folks. My financial health is in your hands right at market open. Do I need to be buying 0 DTE calls or do I need to be buying 0 DTE puts? Once again, we are exclusively talking about exactly at market open. My financial health in your hands. We're either ripping some of these calls or we're ripping some of these puts. So we're going to see how that plays out. And with all of that in mind, let me do my job and get you guys ready for the day. Stock futures are lower, but pairing decline as Trump selects Warsh for Fed chair. So it was assumed last night, and then it became reality this morning, that Kevin Warsh will be the new Fed chair as of May of this year, if he is affirmed by the rest of Congress. Because of this, silver plummets 15%, gold falls 7%. This is all because of Kevin Warsh. Kevin Warsh is considered to be one of the most hawkish guys on Wall Street. And if you're hawkish, that is going to be strong for the US dollar, but not so good for commodities, specifically silver and gold. So if you're wondering why did gold take such a hit, if you are wondering why did silver take such a hit, I mean, I could even show you this here. As soon as this was announced, where's our trading chat in Discord? This was a pretty easy thing to predict right about here, maybe. Am I on the right page? Can you guys see what I'm seeing? No, you cannot. Where was it? Right about here. So this was late last night. I didn't realize he was so hawkish. If it is announced, it could be the end of the gold and silver rally. So once again, it's because he's extremely hawkish. If you need a quick reminder about hawkish versus dovish as it comes to monetary policy, remember hawks, they think the end all be all worst thing ever is inflation. They do everything in their power to fight inflation, as in they keep the Fed fund rate high. It pushes yields higher, which also means the dollar is going to be strong. So that's not going to be so good for gold and silver in this particular case. On the other side, you have dovish, which they care a lot more about employment, and they're going to do things such as quantitative easing, and they're willing to let inflation run a little bit. So once again, hawkish versus dovish. Hawkish, fighting inflation. They're going to let the labor market and maybe the equities market suffer a little bit to fight inflation. Dovish is the opposite. They care the most about the strength of the labor market, and because of that, they're willing to let inflation run a little bit higher. What I find so incredibly interesting about this is this guy is kind of the exact opposite of what Trump's been wanting this entire time. Please correct me in chat if I'm wrong, but the commentary that we've been hearing for weeks, if not months, and literally months, is that clearly Trump wants the Fed fund rate lower. He just put in one of the most hawkish guys ever, which is going to keep the rates higher. So I'm really, really confused about this. This entire dialogue of Trump screaming at Powell, saying, you should lower rates, you should lower rates. He just had the opportunity to put in a new Fed chair. This Fed chair is more hawkish than Jerome Powell. The odds of getting the rate cut is now even less because of this guy. The odds of a rate cut were higher with Jerome Powell than with Kevin Warsh, and that's seemingly what Trump has been screaming from the rooftop. So I'm confused, and I'm not the only one who's confused. The market's confused about it. It doesn't make sense. It's literally the exact opposite of what Trump has been saying that he wants. So for as many of you, especially in the Rumble chat, who have been mad at Powell and thinking, man, Powell's so political, he won't cut rates, what's he doing? He's specifically doing this against Trump. Dude, Trump literally just put in a guy who is more hawkish. I just don't I don't understand. Like Powell, in the history of Fed chairs, he's actually going to be considered to be pretty balanced, not really dovish, not really hawkish. He'll be like in the world of Fed chairs, he'll be kind of considered in the middle. This guy is almost as hawkish as you could possibly get. I was doing a little bit of research on him last night. In the '08 financial crisis, he was actually trying to campaign for the fact of no quantitative easing. He did not want to support the markets, the equity markets in 2008 when the market dropped like in excess of 30%. He's like, nope, it'll be too bad for inflation. Like, let's just let the market do what it wants to do. He did not want to support the entire equity market when we were getting destroyed in the great financial crisis. Like, absolutely crazy turn of events. The long campaign of Kevin Warsh. Trump's pick to succeed Jerome Powell as Fed chair spent years positioning himself for the job. So this is Kevin Warsh. This is the guy who we're going to be hearing from for years right now. And the TLDR on him is he's basically as hawkish as he can possibly be. Kevin Warsh has been preparing to lead the Federal Reserve for more than a decade. He thought he had the jab in 2017, but President Trump had doubts. Warsh looked too young, and his history of worrying about inflation suggested he might not keep rates as low as Trump wanted. Dude, this is exactly where we are right now. Trump picked Jerome Powell instead. Warsh kept at it, criticizing Powell publicly, cultivating ties with Trump's circle, and touting the president's economic agenda. Now at 55, he finally has the job. So we're going to see if he is confirmed right here by the Senate. It's not technically a done deal, but he's going to end up getting it. Warsh served for 5 years as the Fed Board of Governors, playing a crucial behind-the-scenes role in Washington in the 08-09 rescue of Wall Street. When he was doing this, he was campaigning for no quantitative easing. Like I said, one of the most hawkish guys there. He left 15 years ago as he spent much of his time cataloging how he thought the institution was going astray. He steady drumbeat of criticism. Powell, never a liability with Trump, kept his name in the conversation after the president's return to the White House 1 year ago. So he was basically playing the political game, but I would love to know the administration's reasoning for this, because it is seemingly diametrically opposed to what Trump has been saying he wants. It seems as if he wanted Mirren, who is now on the board, the FOMC board. It seemed as if he wanted another Mirren character who's absurdly dovish. I mean, Mirren saying we should drop it by 50 bips, 100 bips, something like that. And instead, the new Fed chair, it's literally the polar opposite. So I'm interested to see how this plays out, especially with upcoming monetary policy. But in the short term, we're obviously already seeing the impact. Gold is getting destroyed. Silver is getting destroyed. The dollar is gaining strength. You're going to have the yen dropping. So right here, the yen's going to get hit. And then if you look at yields, let's US 10Y yields are going to be popping. So US 10Y, and I'll show you the daily chart right here. So yields are going up on this news. The dollar's going up on this news. You have commodities going down on this news. And as of right now, equities did take a little bit of a hit. We're recovering a bit, but this also has part to do with the fact that Apple reported earnings. It was very strong at first, and now it's only slightly green. So lots of moving parts here. I know it gets a little bit nerdy as we're getting deep into the financial weeds of things. Like this is like definitely a little bit more boring, but it is obviously pretty important as well. Treasury yields are steady after Trump picks Warsh for the Fed chair. So by steady, was slowly but surely going up. So interesting things to consider not only for today, but for the coming months. And then on the official handoff of the baton from Powell to Warsh, it'll be interesting to see the first couple Fed meetings of quote unquote, at least according to Tom Lee, when the market tests the new Fed chair. It's going to be interesting to see, is he going to remain as insanely hawkish as he's been for pretty much his whole life, or will he be switching up his tune? Me realizing I won't be the Fed chair when the big crash happens. So a lot of people, and this is just the internet, so there's already a lot of doomsayers saying that this guy's going to end up crashing the market because he's basically just not a person who will ever give us quantitative easing. If anything, he'd prefer quantitative tightening. So all of a sudden, Jerome Powell's getting memed like no other, which I have to admit is actually pretty funny. But nonetheless, even though my stock portfolio and definitely now my commodities portfolio is taking a hit, I managed to make $100 or $200, something like that. Who will Trump nominate as Fed chair? Kevin Warsh. I took this bet last night. It was at 86%. Now it's 98%. So this one's going to pay out, and it's just It's not technically insider trading because it's not like the government's a private company with like non-public information. Obviously it has non-public information, but it's not an individual company. But last night it was pretty evident there were accounts and wallets associated with insiders of the White House that were starting to buy up Kevin Warsh. So I just tailed it with them. I took the same bets as those guys and I was able to make $100. I was able to pay for my, I guess, dinner this weekend. So I'm not going to complain too much, but it is really, really interesting. I know I'm going off on a little bit of a tangent here, but the amount of like quote unquote insiders. And when I say that, I don't want you to think like insider trading, like how we normally do with like, if you work at Apple and you have non-public information related to Apple. But I'm saying insider information as in people inside the administration are literally just letting it rip. And we're seeing it with all these big decisions. Now, I don't know if it goes to the highest level of Trump. I don't know if it's like an intern speechwriter who read something that maybe they shouldn't have read. I don't know how it's getting out there, but very evidently we are seeing it in these event-based markets such as Kalshi and Poly Market that accounts who have like no real history, all of a sudden over the past year, they're making all these political bets and they don't really miss. So kind of interesting. But anyway, if you can't beat them, join them. So when I saw them spiking last night on Kevin Warsh, I decided to take it with them. Trump deal to avert major shutdown set to miss funding deadline. So I know we're switching up gears a little bit. Obviously, that is the hot political news of the morning. We do have the new Fed chair announcement. Once again, he does have to be confirmed by Senate. So that's probably going to lead to some spicy, I guess, interviews, if you will, when it happens. Obviously, the left-leaning side, the Democratic senators, are going to completely destroy Warsh, and we're going to see if he can survive the gauntlet. So it's not necessarily a done deal, but it's pretty much a done deal. Anyway, the other deal that we have to consider is this weekend. Are we going to have a government shutdown or not? The odds last night were about 50-50, and overnight there has been some movement. So I just want you guys to know what Trump's been saying on the subject.
We've defeated the Biden inflation nightmare and achieved explosive new economic growth. The Atlanta Fed is predicting an astounding 5.4% GDP growth in the fourth quarter. And that's despite the fact that we had a Democrat shutdown. We would have had, that number would have been 7%, which is a number nobody's ever heard of. And we've been given great national security because of tariffs. And we've also been given unprecedented income because of tariffs. Part of the income that we gave, $12 billion, we gave to the farmers of our country. So that yesterday I was up in Iowa, and they were very happy, Madam Secretary.
Yes, sir.
They were very, very happy. They were great. So the GDP growth in the fourth quarter was great. And it's going to be, I think we're going to have an amazing and incredible year. Hopefully we won't have a shutdown. We're working on that right now. I think we're getting close. The Democrats, I don't believe, want to see it either. So we'll work in a very bipartisan way. I believe not to have a shutdown. We don't want a shutdown.
What are the current odds? Government shutdown tomorrow, high, 74%. We did spike on the shutdown. Should I take this bet? Thumbs up, thumbs down. Do I bet the entire account on the government shutdown? Yes, no, maybe so. Do we think that the government between today and tomorrow is going to get their shit together? Yes, no, maybe so. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Do we do it? Do we bet the entire account? Jay Scott says yes. Martin says yeah. Fuck it, YOLO. All right. I'm seeing more yeses than I am no's. We're gonna, what's the account? 1352. We're doing it. Oh, wait, I can't because this one didn't settle yet. So I don't have access to the money because this technically didn't settle. Well, that's annoying. Can I cash out? Cash out. Well, I want to cash out at 99. Do I really? I kind of do want to take this bet. Yeah, all right. Let's cash out just so we have capital then. That kind of hit me by a little bit. Where was the government shutdown tomorrow? We're going to take the yes on this one. And I have exactly 1,350. All right, we're taking that bet. We're going for the government shutdown. Full port. Couldn't place your order. Please try again later. How about you let me do it? Let me play. Let me out of here. Never before did I know that you could bet on government incompetence. Dude, I have the money. It's in the account. What are you doing? It's there. 1350. 1350. Dude, what is going on? I'm having some issues here, folks. It says that it's there. It's settled. Do I just need someone remind me to come back to this? I'm trying to do it, but remind me to come back to it. So anyway, they're trying to avoid a shutdown, but it doesn't look like there's enough time. Trump-backed Senate government funding deal that includes DHS extension. President Donald Trump on Thursday endorsed a Senate deal to fund the vast majority of the federal government through the remainder of the fiscal year. The Senate clinched a deal on the funding package shortly before Trump's endorsement by agreeing to remove funding for the Department of Homeland Security. So we're going to be hearing about this. 1349 is what I should be trying. 1349. Done. We're so almost a full port. Almost a full port. All right, so we're seeing if we could get in on this. We're seeing if we could take advantage of our government incompetence. So that's going to be a big story of the day. The other big story is earnings. So Apple reported last night, SanDisk, Visa, this morning, SoFi, American Express, Verizon, Chevron, Exxon, and yes, earnings season will be continuing next week. Apple sales surged 16% on staggering iPhone demand. So finally, some good news for the company. Apple's been beaten up like no other. So finally catching a little bit of a breather. It's actually technically red right now, but I'm going to be interested to see if dip buyers come on this because it was legitimately good news. Chevron exceeds profit forecast with booming oil production. Same thing with Exxon. Exxon beats estimates on growth, refining cushion oil drop. So those both did well. Verizon forecasts upbeat annual profit as wireless subscriber growth hits 6-year high. So Verizon also doing well. Even though it's not a publicly traded company yet, I did want to let you know about this. OpenAI plans fourth quarter IPO in race to be Anthropic to market. Rivals are competing to be the first major generative AI startup to tap public markets. Question to you. I know we've talked a lot about SpaceX. There's an update there. SpaceX might be merging with XAI and then IPOing that, which would make it almost a top 5 company in the world. And then obviously we know about Anthropic, which is going to be on the Claude side of things. They're trying to go into the public market. And now OpenAI wants a piece of the IPOs. So they might be coming out this year. And my question to all of you is, would you take advantage of the SpaceX XAI, which is obviously Elon Musk's AI play kind of related to Grok? There's a business combination there. Are you going to take advantage of that IPO? Are you going to take advantage of the Anthropic IPO, aka Claude? Or are you going to be taking advantage of the OpenAI? Or are you going to be taking advantage of all of them? Where are you guys with not touching OpenAI with a 50-foot pole, all in on SpaceX? Is that what you guys, Anthropic is goated, SpaceX, danger IPOs, all in on SpaceX. I use Claude and ChatGPT, so that would be Anthropic. So you're not using the Grok one. Interesting. Is SpaceX merging with Tesla? No. But there is a potential merger with SpaceX and XAI, which are at this point legal distinct entities. All in on SpaceX. So you guys are more of a SpaceX crowd on both Rumble and YouTube. You guys are way more confident in that one. Interesting. But I'm not necessarily seeing positive or negative. What time is it? Oh, I have 20 seconds. All right. Microsoft, I'm going to come back to that. I don't want to miss this up. You guys voted bullish at market open. Market open by the market. How many? Nine. Come on, faster. Confirm and send. I'm trying to go as quick as I can. All right. What did you guys get me into? Okay. You got me a fill at 9:30. So 1080. Close. We're trying to get out at 1080. Let's see if you guys are right. Right here. I'm up. I'm slightly up. I'll zoom in. Maybe you guys could see it a little bit better. We almost did it. You guys, the poll, 54% of you. Right there. Dingity ding. Dingity ding ding ding. A nice little 1.5K locked in. I appreciate it. Dingity ding ding ding. The world's largest casino is now open. Best of luck to all. Play responsibly, and if not, have fun. Folks, thank you. That was honestly the easiest 1.5K of my life. I polled you guys. 529 of you voted. 54% of you said bullish. I promise you I was going to trade whatever you guys told me to do. You can see, I mean, I was actually kind of late to doing it. You could see all the trades right there, but the end result is 1.5K locked in. You guys told me bullish. I went with bullish, and there we go. Is this Vanquish just like Apex? Yeah, but Vanquish is for options trading, while like Apex and Lucid are for futures trading. So it depends on like what asset you want to trade, which is why we're giving away like both of the accounts right here. This is the giveaway that we're doing today. If I can actually find it right here. We're giving away Lucid accounts for futures, and we're giving away Vanquish accounts for options. So 5 of each, and also $150 of cold hard cash to the fastest marble racer. So we're giving away top 10 prop accounts. Half are going to be for options, half are going to be futures. And the reason we do that is because in here, we know that there's a lot of people who enjoy both. Vanquish is a scam. Well, you probably think it's a scam if you suck at trading, but for the people who are good at trading and are getting payouts, they would obviously disagree. The slippage on opening trades is insane. Basically, you lose 10%. Why are you using market orders? Stop bitching about slippage and just don't be dumb. Don't use market, use limit. Duh. That's on you. Like, that's 100% on you. Like, oh, there's slippage at market open on 0 DTE options. Dude, welcome to the casino. Welcome to the casino, man. If you've never seen slippage on 0 DT, it's not slippage. It's you don't know how to place the right orders. Anyway, where was I? I did want to quickly follow up. Microsoft got absolutely destroyed by its earnings. When it closed, how bad was it? It was down 10%. And I'm sure you've heard bigger percentages than 10%, but I want to put that in some context. The largest single day market cap losses in history, what we just saw on Microsoft losing $357 billion, well, just happened. The number 2 biggest loss in market history. What I found crazy is out of the top 5, 3 of them are NVIDIA. Coming in at number 5, 272. That was back in early 25. Coming in at a loss of 279. That was in late 2024. Then you have Apple coming in at losing $311 billion. That was early 25. We just had Microsoft at number 2 of 357. And the number 1 largest loss in a single day was NVIDIA. $593 billion early 2025. Folks, over $500 billion lost in one day. It is kind of crazy when the largest, most popular blue chip stocks do act sometimes like meme stocks, and you just feel everyone getting their balls kicked in. Wow. 357. I kind of didn't even realize how much I guess the Microsoft ownership got its balls kicked in yesterday. Anyway, crazy stuff. If you haven't already, sign up for the newsletter, mattkohrs.locals.com. All right, we have this. Let me move this over here. I just want to get everything ready. Oh, government. Okay, so we did get this bet in, right? Portfolio. All right, so government shutdown tomorrow. I took the yes. We're going to see. Dude, this is going to be probably the first real time I make money off of, I suppose, government incompetence. So that's pretty exciting. Quick way to make $500. Let's see if I'm right. Let's see if I'm wrong. Okay, we don't need this. Let me get ready for today. Obviously, we are going to be watching options flow. I'm already done on the day right there. 1.5K locked in terms of options trading on Vanquish. Thank you for that. You guys helped me out with that. You told me to be bullish at market open. I was bullish at market open. So once again, thank you. If you want to give it a whirl, use code Goonie, 25% off and a free reset. So let's say thanks to them. And they're also, I guess, sponsoring half of the giveaway today. The other half is from Lucid. This is technically the cheapest offer right now. A Lucid Flex account, you could be all in for 91. Apex is pretty close. When you look at the all-in fee, it's around like 97. So pretty much in the same realm. Obviously, I am using both of those accounts. You can see all of my accounts over here. I was good this morning. I didn't trade early or anything like that. I did a little scalp trade on 2 of my FFN accounts just because I needed another trading day. So like I said, a very quick scalp there for 1 point. And other than that, I just haven't done anything yet. I do have my Apex copier opened. A lot of people not Apex copier, excuse me, my trade copier for all my Apex accounts. A lot of people ask me recently, like which trade copier I'm using. I'm using Replicanto. That is the one that I'm currently using. I seem to have a lot less issues with it relative to the Apex trade copier. So I do like it, but I can't really compare it to other ones because the only 2 trade copiers I've ever used are Replicanto and Apex trade copier. I do like Replicanto more, but if you're like, what about TradeSync, this or that, I just haven't used the other one, so I have no way to like fairly compare it. So just want to let you know about that. Haven't done any trades, and I'm obviously hoping that today I could end the week and the month on a pretty solid note. Here's a look at the flow thus far this morning. The Mag 7 taking a little bit of a hit. The S&P 500 actually noteworthy in how bullish it is. It took about a minute to get going today. I guess it missed a bit of its coffee, but the SPY is starting to pop right there. We don't need that news at the exact moment. That's our Twitter. Okay, I think we are pretty much ready to go. Let's see how this is. Oh, I do want to put up gold and silver to see how much they get crushed today. If you're tuning in and you're thinking, what in the world is going on with gold or silver? You kind of missed it a little bit, but here's the TLDR. Early this morning, it was announced that Kevin Warsh is the new Fed chair. Kevin Warsh is considered to be very hawkish, as in he cares mostly about fighting inflation. When you have a Fed chair who is setting monetary policy and his main goal is to fight inflation, that does not bode well for gold or silver. It's strong for the dollar. It's strong for T-bills. It's kind of choppy for equities. But if you want to know why gold is down 4.3%, if you want to know why silver is down 12.6%, it's because of the market's perception of the new Fed chair. That's the TLDR. Kevin Warsh is considered to be very hawkish. When you have a hawkish Fed chair, that does not bode well for commodities, specifically soft metals such as gold, silver, copper, palladium. So just want to put that out there. It is strong for the US dollar. It's weak on a relative basis for like the yen, the euro, all those other ones. All right. Which I gave a better explanation of this earlier, so feel free to rewind if you want to know my thoughts on it. I find it very surprising that Kevin Warsh got selected because he seems diametrically opposed to what Trump wants to happen with the Fed fund rate. If you have a hawkish Fed chair, they don't cut rates. All Trump has been talking about is how he wants the rate like 1 to 2%, like 200 bips lower, and then yet he just selected a guy who is like as hawkish as they come. So it doesn't really make sense to me. Obviously, maybe you guys have some thoughts and opinions of why he selected him. I'm not sure why. I mean, I would love to hear your thoughts. I can't really reason anything because it really does seem to be the polar opposite. People are screaming Tesla, Tesla, Tesla. Tesla currently up 2.3%. It is the largest gainer on my watch list at the moment. AMD's taken a hit. Where are we at with the key levels? Here are my key levels of the day. I forgot to show this to you. I put these in the Discord every single day, as I always do. I mark out the previous high, low, and close. That is the green, the red, and the white horizontal line. The green dash line is the high from 2 days ago. The red dash line is the low from 2 days ago. And the white box is the transition zone. And then the yellow horizontal lines are going to be the major levels where we see big money positioning. I could tell you we see big money positioning right at 6,950, and then from there I'm expecting a choppy path all the way up to 7,000. If 6,950 doesn't hold, then you could watch 30. If that doesn't hold, I'd be watching 6,900. So basically we're watching 6,900, 6,950, and 7,000. Like those $50 rungs, which is about $5 on the SPY, are the major levels of the day. I also want to point out how between 6,980 and 6,915 right now we have a bit of positive gamma. So that's what I expect expect the bounds of the day to be, and we're going to see how this all plays out. All right, we're officially 10 minutes into the day. 5-minute is bullish, 10-minute is bullish, 30-minute is attempting to go bullish, but technically the bar doesn't close for another 19 minutes, and the 4-hour is trying to recover from getting hit yesterday. Looking at the NASDAQ, the 5-minute is bullish. The 30-minute is trying to go bullish. Once again, technically closes in 19 minutes. The 10-minute is attempting to go bullish, 4 hours attempting to recover. So momentum is clearly favoring the bulls. I like the fact that we have some higher highs, higher lows. You can hit the kind of looking for that red to green test. That would be 10 points higher. We're currently trading at 6959. The close yesterday was 6969. So that 10 points, that's 10 points on ES. That's $500. That's $1 on the SPY. Obviously, you can play it with whatever leverage you want if you like that play. But nice support. You have the 1 minute 50 EMA at 52. You have the technical, psychological, and gamma level at 50. Looking at NQ, the overnight trading session high is 26,020. And then we also spiked because of Apple up to 26,050. So I kind of like this zone. If you are bullish, and obviously more importantly, if you can get in with minimal risk, I do like this concept of 26,000 key technical, psychological level. From there, the 20 to 50 region are some of the highs that we saw early when the futures market opened late last night, 6 p.m. Eastern, and then past that, the Apple reaction to 50. So I'm kind of watching these zones. I'll make this blue just so it stands out a little bit more. So as I put into the Discord, and like I said, there's a better description there, but in the Discord, I kind of explained from the option setup, basically price structure, momentum, and options flow. I see a hard time to not be bullish on the equities market. I see a very legitimate reason to currently be actually bearish on the gold and the silver market. Hang on one second. Hang on 1 second there, Tonto. What time is it? Hang on 1 second there, Tonto. Hang on. Hang on. Oh, how bad would that be? That would be pretty fucking bad, actually, if this dips all the way down. Let me see. Let me see. All right, the name of the game is to not do anything stupid. Smart plays only. It's a Friday. It's a Friday where I have to give away some of my money to you, but I don't mind it because you guys already helped me out, technically. We sunk right to below 6,900, 860. Do I think buyers are going to step in at that point of control? What are we doing? It's a little bit choppy. The vol's kind of high right here. What are we doing? Oh, it tried to get back above. I'm really zoomed in on the 100 tick. A lot of people ask me why I trade on the 100 tick. In all reality, I don't trade on the 100 tick. Me showing the 100 tick is basically more of an aspect for the stream, just because you get a new bar every 100 ticks and people kind of like the action of the whole thing. So I kind of do it just to have something continually updating. So I'm the lowest time frame I really go is like the 1 minute, and that's only for like pinpoint entries and exits. But really, in terms of like what I'm using for like a directional bias on my day trades, is going to be the 5 minute, the 10 minute, and the 30 minute, which is why I'm always showing you the 5 minute, the 10 minute, and the 30 minute. Is this gonna hold, folks? Okay, I see some buyers here, the 60 to 50 region. The 60 to 50 region. Will they knock it down there? So let me switch myself over here so you can see what I'm seeing. You have the point of control at 860, and you have this buying node at 850. It'll be interesting to see if we actually get there or not. Or are buyers going to step in a bit earlier? I'm just watching these sitting buy orders and the point of control. And then VWAP is down here at like, what is VWAP at? VWAP's at 38. So you have the point of control at 60. You have buyers at 50. And you have VWAP, the volume weighted average price, at 38. So basically, quite a bit of interesting potential dip buyers between 60 and 40. So we have a 20-point region that we're coming up to right now that at least I find interesting. Maybe you do, maybe you don't, but I find it interesting. Is it worth it to buy VWAP today? Is it worth it? Silver's starting to pop, getting back some of those losses. It's still down 12%, but intraday it's popping. Here's a look. The S&P 500 did pop, gave it back. The Mag 7 kind of took a little bit of a hit and now taking a hit really starting at 942. We might be going for this VWAP right here. We're right in this zone. I'm curious. Are shorts going to take their profits? Are bulls going to step in? But we are just in a key zone between 860 and 840, we'll call it. Point of control, clear amount of buyers shown on Bookmap here. And then VWAP is this white horizontal line. Another way you can see VWAP is right here, maybe. Yeah, VWAP is this white dash line. So somewhere between 60, look at that. It's just getting walked down. That's a system. Someone is just methodically selling right now. Well, I'm happy I didn't chase it right when I saw a little bit of enthusiasm early this morning. Let's see. All right, we're coming up to VWAP. Are you guys buying VWAP in chat tonight? Are you guys bullish? Are you going to buy this equilibrium right there? Yes, no, maybe so. Perhaps, perchance. Do we have VWAP buyers? Or are you guys saying, nah, not my style today? Mag 7 is getting beaten up. That is technically bullish. It is just a dip to EMA. The 30 minutes freaking me out a little bit. Is this not actually a breakout? 5 minute, we are dipping. I do want to hold it. I'd prefer that it hold above 30. Is it going to be a little bit of a fake out? I did like how the 5 minute and the 10 minute were holding bullish, but now the 30 minutes freaking me out because it looks like it tried to get going and now it's getting smacked. So I'm wondering if the dip we're literally seeing right now is going to be bought because the shorter time frames are looking good. Basically from like 8 a.m. till now, the market's fine. Oh, fuck. I wonder if I should have been a little bit quicker on that one. I wonder if I should have been a little bit quicker. Let me get the hero tool. I wonder if they're going to do like a double bottom. I'm really watching, once again, the zone between 60 and 40. The zone between 60 and 40. This is the NQ contract, by the way, as in the NASDAQ contract for the futures market. Patience. We don't need to rush it. It's better to miss a trade than it is to... It's better to miss a trade that you would have made money in rather than getting into a trade that you could have lost money on. So, like, it's a lot better to miss certain things rather than it is to be involved in things that you, in your heart of heart, know you should not be involved in, dude. Oh. We got a special guest today. What do you think? Should we buy VWAP? What are you thinking, Piper? You want to say hi to everyone? You want to see what's going on in the market? You have any quick commentary for the crowd? She is the lead chief investment officer of the hedge fund we are running here. You're not taking a nap today? This is normally when she's like, dude, this is like her prime nap time right now. Pretty much from like 9 a.m. to like 4 p.m. is her prime nap time. Let's see. Oh, do I want to take a chance at this? Do I want to take a chance at this? I think I do.
Order submitted. Order submitted.
Oh, I wanted to be in below 900. I know I'm taking a potential risk of a rejection there, but I'm seeing this trend down, 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 and then all of a sudden fresh high, higher low. So really what I'm seeing, and I guess to be more specific, where's the 1 minute? Where's the 1 minute? Here. This is what I'm seeing. This is what I'm trading off of. See how it's just, it's a higher low, and we're trying to break and continue. So obviously, I'm putting myself at a potential rejection here at 900. Yes, people might negatively, bearishly react to that. But on the flip side, I am playing this structure. So I wish I was a little bit quicker to react, obviously. but we'll see how it goes. We'll see. Oh, that was a big pop. All right.
Order submitted.
What was the intraday high? 40. Okay. As you saw here, I'm just going to jump to the 100 just because it's more fun to watch. Stops at break even. So it's a freebie trade. As long as we hold 900, it's good. The chance of it retesting, to be completely honest, is relatively high. In fact, it looks like it's about to retest it. Oh, do I want to give it room to down here? What was this low? This low. What was that 1 minute breakout? 81. I am trying to dump the smaller accounts up here at 38. I'm trying to front run the intraday high to see if we can get up there on the smaller accounts. While on the larger accounts, I'm playing for the breakout runner. But I want to see a retest of 30. If we get back up to this 30 zone, I will be moving my stop to break even. So, you know what? On the smaller accounts, we're not taking on any risk. Smaller accounts, stops already break even. Do I want to do that with the bigger accounts? I do. You know what? Let's not mess up a good Friday. Stops break even on everything.
Attention, attention on the casino floor. The leading Buffalo trader of our time has moved his stops to break even. The odds of getting knocked out are high, but he is doing so with no risk. It is a free trade. Stop at break even. Worst case scenario is break even.
Order filled.
Which literally just
Order
happened.
filled.
So, fuck.
Am I going to have to chase it now? I try to give myself a shot. I try to get lucky. It's going to force me to get in at a worse fill now. Son of a bitch. Barely topped out, but I don't mind it. It's painful. I guess I do mind it from a psychology standpoint, but from a good trading decision standpoint, don't mind it at all. Not fees, that's slippage. I got it. It gave me a fill a point below, so it's just a little bit of slippage. It's not the end of the world, but just in case it wants to retap all the way down here, that point of control at 60, I may be able to get a better fill. So remember, you don't know what the next bar is going to be, so it's all a game of risk management. So yes, whenever you trade, of course you want every single trade to be a winning trade. Why are you trading if you're not? But this is why you do it, because you just don't know. Like it could just be a puke here and I could have gotten screwed. So I gave myself a shot. Maybe it was going. It obviously didn't want to go. And now I got out at break even, technically a little bit of slippage. And look I protected myself from that. That's why you do it, folks. You got to think about the protection. Of course, I'm there with you. My own psychology admits, yeah, I want every trade to work. But guess what? Right now, I would be long just below 900, and I'd be currently down by 30 points. I'd be down by 600. I'd much rather a break-even trade. Right there. This is why you do it. This is a great real-time example. I gave myself a shot. If it decided to break and really kept going, cool. I'd be able to take advantage of it, and I'd be in the trend that stops break even. It just didn't go that time. So you can't cry over spilled milk, especially when the spilled milk is break even. You're basically in it for free. And then it gives me the opportunity to continue to play it if I want to, which is what I'm watching over here. Look at the 100 tick head and shoulders. If you're trying to trade the technical analysis on the 100 tick, best of luck. Best of luck. I have now lost 11 trades in a row. Damn, that's unlucky. I would actually consider that to be uniquely lucky, because all you have to do is now literally do the exact opposite and you would have had 11 trades in a row. It's really just the hard thing about trading is to develop consistency. If you are consistently losing money, all you have to do is the exact opposite, man. That's all you have to do. Most people just aren't consistently winning or losing. It's this game of ping ponging back and forth. Like everything just everything. Hang on, am I here? Hello? We're back. Something just dropped there. Not 100% sure what happened. But here we are. I think I'm back. Thumbs up if I'm back, just so I'm not shouting into the void. But everything just dropped. I lost my data connection, this, that, the other thing. So hopefully we are looking good. Thumbs up. We're good. We're good. Everything just dropped. I don't know if that was like a weird internet glitch or what the hell is happening, but we are seemingly back now. All right. So we do have a succession of lower highs and we do have a succession of higher lows now. So which way is it going to break? Okay. We just keep knocking on this door of 50 on SPX, which could be part of the problem. Is it actually going to go or not? So the Mag 7 starting to pick up. The SPY is starting to pick up a little bit. Dude, this volatility, it's whippy. It's whippy right now. In the short time frame. The daily itself is not that crazy. We've definitely seen, but I'm just seeing some clear consolidation right now. A little bit of flagging. So the name of the game is, which way is this gonna break? This is what we're watching. One giant flag on the S&P 500 and on the NASDAQ. Mag 7 was getting hit until about 9:45, starting to recover a little bit now. The S&P 500 was getting hit, a little bit of a recovery. 5 minute is trying to hold bullish, 10 minutes trying to hold bullish, 30 minute will close bullish in 2 minutes. The 4 hours right back into equilibrium. 5 minutes trying to hold bullish, 10 minutes trying to hold bullish. 30 minute is in that awkward zone on the NASDAQ right now. It's definitely in the awkward zone. I'm very happy I decided to be disciplined and get out at that break-even level. I'd rather be safe than sorry. I took a shot. If there was a pop, I would have gotten advantage of it, but I cannot stress this enough, is it was riskless to me. It was either going to work or it was going to cost me nothing, and it ended up costing me nothing. Matt, am I buying crypto here? Nope. Tesla, silver did pop, and then from 101 down to 98. This thing was just trading at 120. What we're seeing in silver right now is insane. Looks like we might be coming back to VWAP, folks. Let me go over to this so we can really see what's going on. Maybe over here. Yeah, it looks like we're coming back to VWAP. Maybe we could see it a little bit better on the 500 tick. Okay, so the question is, are we about to sweep all of these lows? Are we going to fail at VWAP, or are buyers stepping in? Let's see what this tool says. Lots of buyers at 800. We're currently trading at 832. Lots of buyers at 800. 800. Okay, I guess this is getting cracked. Our big bounce off of VWAP at 946, and now it is seemingly failing, and 800's the next level. 800 right there. You could see 97 people, 97, and that's not market orders or anything. That's just like the pending orders. So I would say, what in the world's happening there? What in the world is happening there? We just went from 900 to 800. Folks, my long was just below 900. Had I not been like managing my risk, I'd be down by 2K per account. This is the important, like, you're seeing the craziness of how much this can move. I love that I got out there. I gave it a shot. It didn't go. I got out. I was safe. And then if I held that, I would be down by, well, at one point it was almost 100. I guess now it's 50. It's just, that's quite a bit of volatility. You don't want to be wrong in that type of a setup necessarily. You don't want to be wrong in that type of a setup. What is this doing? Are we actually going to be retesting here? Oh, what's options flow telling us? Mag 7, not much. S&P 500 did just hit a delta low. Maybe a little bit of a struggle here at 950, the top of the transition loan. Lower highs, lower lows. Maybe a double bottom here, though, on the SPY. If this starts to fail, I'd be watching the zone between 30 and 25. That would be the next zone I personally care about.
Order submitted. Order filled. Order submitted.
Hang on, I am just setting my risk. We'll see how this goes, folks. We'll see how this goes. 5 minute is testing, 10 minute is testing. Maybe buyers step in right here, maybe they don't. We're just under VWAP. 30 minute did get smacked. That doesn't make me feel so good. We tried to get up above, and it was a strong wick, and it aggressively got sold. Maybe we get saved at the 5 minute and the 30 minute here. That is possible. That is possible. Giving it a shot. We're going to see. I'm about to get wicked out.
Order
I got
filled.
wicked out. Like I said, I gave it only a little bit of room. I gave it the small, just because of this bounce. I tried to basically, to explain the trade, I tried to take that little breakdown just in case it kept going. But because I realized we were at this level, you just don't know which way it's going to break or not. So I only gave it a little bit of room. I tried it at 30. I pulled it at 50. So I only gave it 20 points. And then, of course, it's getting smacked right now. Oh, that was, damn. If I gave it, no, I don't mind that. I actually don't mind that at all. I was unwilling to give it as much room as it needed. So I think that was fine. Because if it just started to rip off of there, instead of having a 20-point loss, it could have been like a 50-point loss. I don't mind. It sucks that I got wicked out, but just, it's always, for me right now, it's just the same basic thing of just keep your risk in control. That's getting hit. Mag 7's not really doing anything. The SPY is attempting to pop a bit. It is attempting to pop a little bit. Let's see. We're just getting, let me go to the, what's this one? Is this it? Yeah, right here. You could see. I tried to take this breakdown, see how we popped up, started to pull back. I tried to get in right there. And then I was just risking that high, knocked out. Of course, if I held, I could have been lucky, but it's just not worth the risk to me, because what if this all of a sudden just kept ripping? So it sucks, but it's completely survivable, which was like honestly what my goal was. Patience. Let's see what we could do. Stick to your trading ideas. Exactly. Of course, I have a goal of trying to make money on every single trade. That's why you're placing the trade. But just from the aspect of math, it's impossible to make money on every single trade. So really, my base assumption, even though my goal is to make money, my base assumption is that every trade I'm going to do is going to be wrong. So that gets me in the mindset of, okay, like, what's your reasonable risk tolerance?
Order filled. Order submitted.
Hang on, I don't want to violate the MAE rules.
Order submitted.
Where are we? I need to zoom out a little bit. I need to zoom out a little bit and try to get some of the larger picture here. Okay, so that account is fine. This account, 52. If it bounces like that, we'll do it 60. What is this one? That low is 52. So we're going to move this to, what did I say? That was 52. So we're going to move this to 57. Not that it matters, because this is getting smashed in my face right now. We're just dancing around VWAP. It's not making its mind up. It's
Stop fill.
tagged again, dude. How many times can I get tagged on this VWAP? Is it trying to reverse off of VWAP? Which way is it? Like, all I could tell you is we're at a point of equilibrium. The next trend is going to be a nice trend. It's just the tough part is identifying what the trend is going to be.
Order filled.
Is it trying to break up? We've been pushing down and down and down. It's... Does it want to go? Yes, no, maybe so. Like, is it trying? Like, some buyers are stepping in. All right, we did just break that recent high. Is there going to be follow through though? We might be seeing a intraday trend reversal right here. Where's the 1 minute? Right there, we're breaking above. Is it going to be able to hold it though? Is it going to be able to hold it?
Order filled.
Will it be able to hold it? So I was trying to go short because that trend was down, but now this pop, which knocked me out, is actually kind of representing a potential trend reversal. So let's see. What time is it? It's 10:07. It might be the 10 a.m. dip. We dipped at 10. We dipped at 10:04. This might be the 10. Hang on. Let's see this. We're running into 900.
Order submitted.
All right, I have a pending order on
Order
the small
submitted.
accounts. Okay. Okay. How do I want to handle this? Right there. So yeah, classic 10 a.m. reversal. It just, you never know when trends are going to change, which is once again driving home the risk management. The worst feeling in the world, at least for me as a trader, is when you think you're playing a trend. Right here, I try to play this breakdown. Trend reverses. You just have to admit it. Holding onto a position that is
Order
opposite
filled.
of the trend is just the worst fucking feeling. It is legitimately the worst feeling. Dude, this is whipping me out like no other right now. How many more bullets do I have in the chamber for this one? Initial rejection at 900. It's just we happen to be skipping around like 400, 500 points like it's nothing. Excuse me, $400 or $500. 25 points, 30 points like it's absolutely nothing. The trend really cannot make up its mind. Consolidation, fake out, breakdown. Now the question is this breakout, right? Time will tell. Time will tell. And all I want to do is keep my risk in check. Perpetually, my end all be all goal is just, can I do something with reasonable, acceptable risk? That is the goal. How are we looking at Bookmap? All right, there's some sellers at 90.
Order filled. Order submitted.
Oh, brother. Oh, brother, oh, brother, oh, brother.
Order filled. Order filled.
All right. Keeping the risk in check. All right. Updating risk. Dude, every time I update my risk, it like just is running right for it. But I'm just unwilling to take a larger loss. So I guess that's just name of the game if I'm just getting wicked out. But in the moment, I think maybe this could be an interesting discussion because it's happening to me in real time of the wick out, and then all of a sudden you're like, no, I'm going to give it like a little bit more room. Whether this is actually statistically backed or not, it does seem as if those times where you're like, fuck it, I'm going to trade a little bit bigger, I'm going to give it a little bit more times. It feels like those are the times that like it really goes off the rails, and like that's when you like actually get punished. So if you can just keep it like small and reasonable, you can take a decent amount of, wow, that wick out was literally the fucking bottom. That's incredible.
Order filled.
Fuck. Wrong order. Fuck me. I just missed that entry.
Order filled.
Wow, that was stop out. I was the bottom of the wick. Anyway, that happens too. Sell, stop market.
Order submitted.
Even now, I'm getting beat up, wicked out. I'm doing my best to identify the trend. I'm trading on what I thought was the right side of the trend. It just so happens that I was long. That was a break-even one. Then I was short. Trend switch. I got hit. That actually happened to me twice. And now I'm trying to catch this long. And it just, if you're on the right side of it, it could pay big. But if you're on the wrong side of it, obviously it can punish you. And like as much as you want every trade to work, it's a really bad premise to work under this concept of like you need that trade to work, because as soon as you start doing that stuff, that's where, at least personally for me, I find that I get in trouble. If I can keep every individual trade in control and I'm not like relying on that trade to be like the end all savior for like what I need it to be, then I tend to be fine. Not always, but it helps you survive the marathon that is trading. And yeah, no, I'm getting beaten up pretty good right now, but maybe with a little bit of luck, I could get on the right side of this proper trend. I cannot believe I just got wicked out there. I got wicked out at 57.50 on that dip on NQ, and it went to 56.50. I got wicked. This wick right here, I got wicked out by a point. That's brutal. That's brutal. What are we seeing right now? On SPY, we're seeing a potential red to green test. And then on SPX, we have a little bit more distance to go up to 69. So this was tricky in here because that was the lower highs. It looked like it got rejected at 50. This zone in here, I had good reason to be short. And it just so happened that 10 a.m. reversal came in and really popped it. So we're going to see if I can dig myself out of the holes today. But whenever you're in a hole, smart thing to do is to protect yourself. So whenever you hear these orders, it's basically just me continually updating my risk and hoping that I am good. ATR is 34.9 NQ, buy one contract, long and hold. Yeah, but you can get whipped out by like 3 ATR. Like before you know it, you could be quote unquote right, and you could still have to suffer like 100-point drawback, which is painful. I'm about to get stopped out on break even on one of mine.
Order filled.
Yep. That was a break even trade. Like I said, especially when I'm in the, I don't know, playing from my heels type of a situation, especially if I'm with multiple contracts, I start to do that classic technique that I've explained to all of you of, hey, stop to break even. And as much as you don't want it to happen, similar today, you just have to sometimes take that hit because it's not even really a hit. Maybe it's a hit to your psychology. That's totally possible. Yeah, I guess I agree with that.
Order filled.
All right, we're into another one.
Order submitted.
We're just the order submitted is like, once again, it's just me updating my risk continually. Like I just am not willing to take, I'm not going to let one trade blow me out. Like if I'm somehow going to get blown out, it's going to be a succession of like just unlucky, and it's going to be many of them. If you put yourself in that situation, as I alluded to, of like you need that exact trade at that exact moment to work for you. That's, at least for me, when I find that I'm getting into trouble. And I know I've been there. There's that like psychological gauntlet of like, yep, you took the hit. And then you start to reason, I can't take the hit again. And at least for me, and I know I've like already alluded to this a lot over the past month, over the past week, those are the moments where like, it seems as if the market gods uniquely punish you, where you're like, oh, okay, you're sizing up now. Oh, you're going to give it more room now. It seems like those are the times where you're just opening yourself up for a lot of problems. But I am looking for this on SPX. I'm looking for this test for the red to green, which would be 6969, where I got caught up in this trend reversal. I was short, got caught up. That beat me up a little bit. And now I'm trying to make it back by getting on the right side of the trend. The NASDAQ here, I'm basically trying to play it to 940. And then from there, somewhere up between like 600 and 640 is what I'm attempting to do. But let's see how long that attempt works. Let's see how that attempt actually works for your boy. All right. If we can get above, I can move another break even. If we can get above 925, which is what we're hopefully about to do. I just want to take risk off the table. One of the best pieces of advice I could give you is when you're in a hole, the way that I am right here, stop digging. I'm in a hole of 2.2. Stop digging. Technically, I'm up on this trade right now. And hey, if I catch it, I will be green on the day. Just because you see red, that doesn't mean you're like absolutely screwed by any means. It just means you have to start managing it a little bit more reasonably. And back to break even. Okay, where is a good risk point? Let me go back to these charts. We're having a tough time getting that break. Like I said, I want to go to fully break even and risk nothing on this particular trade, but I am looking for it to take out this recent high at 25. That's 72. I have risk in for one of my contracts. I'm currently long 2, and it's just a game of get your risk to break even, and maybe you catch it. At this point, when I'm in these types of situations, I truly do start to treat every trade independently. And on that one individual contract, if I can move the stop to break even, great, I do that. And then I move on with my life. If I see another trade, I'll get into it. I'll manage that one independently of others. If I can move that one to break even, I'll do it. I stop looking at my average value. Sometimes I might utilize that. I'm not saying I never pay attention to my average value, but a lot of the times I will get into multi-contract positions, but I'm not doing it at once. It's not like I'm long 2, then long 3, like all at once. No, it's one and then another one and another one. And I try to not add another one unless the previous trade is already at break even. And the reasoning there is you're just taking on no risk. So like that's kind of like what I'm looking for. And then from there, like that's good risk management. That's what's in your control. And then from that moment, you're looking just to get lucky that the trend either reverses in your favor or goes in your favor. So I was at first trying to play this. You saw the breakout that didn't work for me around 950. I just got knocked out for break even, and I thought that was with trend. It got beat up. I tried to take the short, got knocked out, tried to take the short again. That one got knocked out, but this one, it was like an actual trend reversal. And now I've been going long in this zone to try to ride the trend. Hopefully it doesn't reverse, but once again, you just have to kind of like be cognizant of what you're controlling of, and then also the unknowns. And right now, this is maybe getting a little bit painful. Come on. We're right at 900. I just keep watching this 900 zone. Point of control is 70. Oh, oh brother, oh brother, oh brother, oh mother, oh brother. I would prefer it holds 900. VWAP is all the way down at 46. I hope I am not the sucker holding it to that point. If it does vomit, hopefully I have the discipline in myself to get the hell out of there if need be by that point. 70, maybe dip buyers. I mean, I hope dip buyers. I prefer that they just come in now. I don't even necessarily want to wait for the dip buyers. Oh, we're maybe testing a little change of trend right here. A little pop. Can it keep going? That was a big pop. Looks like we're trying to take out 20.
Order filled.
Which one can I move to break even? Where can I move my break even? All right.
Order submitted.
That's a reasonable level. I think it's a reasonable level. All right. I'm hoping that the bulls are strong enough to take out this zone. I have been watching this whole time, and it is painful. Wow, we popped from 75. So we popped 35 points just to drop 35 points. I'm not liking it. It's really tough for me, for whatever reason, to catch this current trend. Not having the easiest time. Like we're not seeing follow through on the time frames I pay attention to right here. So like, did this just all freeze? Fuck, I think my whole computer just froze. I'm not seeing an update there. Chrome froze on me. Can you guys see me, hear me? Looks like my Ninja's still working, which is, I guess, good. Can you guys, is this dropping frames? Do I need to kill some of these programs? All right, we're going to kill this. I'm killing some programs. I mean, it's just, we broke down, we broke out, we're maybe breaking, like, it's just, we're not trending. Tesla's trending, but I am having a very difficult time.
Order canceled.
Catching it. Bro, you're fucking the rest of the market. The market goes opposite of your trades all day. It's going the opposite of everything. By definition, we're not trending today. So, like, there's no, look at this. We popped, we pulled back. We popped, we're pulling back. Same thing on the Nasdaq. Popped, pulled back, almost broke down, pop. Are we pulling back again? Is this about to puke? Or is it going to put in a higher level? Like, it's just, nothing's trending today, which is uniquely difficult. And it would be easier had I not had any trades, because then, do I like that? I do like the breakout of 85. Oh, I'm just trying to I'm trying to stop digging in the hole. Which fucking way are we going? Even this, we try to get going, we broke down.
Order filled.
It almost broke down even more. Nope, we popped. Like, it's just, we're all over the fucking map today. A little test of VWAP there. Which way? Which way? I need to be careful. I can't get myself into some like fucking crazy hole. So the name of the game is keep the train on the tracks. And Mag 7's, I'm just seeing a lot of disagreement. I mean, Mag 7's popping, price is taking a hit. The SPY did pop, it's giving a bit back here. It's just, dude, we are whipping all over the place. 100% going right. That's, I would say, the only thing I'm confidently agreeing with right now is that it does appear to be going to the right. It does appear to be going to the right. Wow. All right. I need this to recover above 880 on NQ. That's kind of what I'm watching. 880. I want to see this recovery. All right. Look at that. A fake out breakdown followed by a fake out. Like, this is, it's just non-trending today.
Order filled.
What the fuck was that? Oh, TPTs. I think I just lost some of my smaller accounts on that drop. It was probably violating MAE or something. But once again, I don't necessarily, I care about those. I can't say I don't care about them. But what I actually care about are my big Apex accounts. The other ones are nice if I could trade well. But in moments like this, when things aren't going right, my clear and utter focus is just the big accounts. And if I have to lose some of the evals and whatnot, that's just, I suppose, the game. So Tesla's climbing. Mag 7's catching a bid. What in the fuck is going on today? We're right back to VWAP. I guess if it shows a little strength, I'm not the most comfortable with it, but the odds would say if it bounces off of it to load in more, it increases your risk, but it lowers your average. So it increases your risk, but it also increases, and I'm getting fucked right here. Dude, what brutal fake outs we are having today. Oh, I just need to keep the train on the tracks. I know I sound like a broken record, but dude, I guess it's my mantra of the day, and I'm just reminding myself, just don't let it get out of control. It's fine. You could take a hit, you could take a loss, you could have a losing day, you could have a losing week. You just don't want to take an outsized loss. Look at that fucking vomit, man. Wow. Look at this. It's still bullish, but the Nasdaq is taking it. Like, I'm wondering if it can save itself again. It's right here. Like, we're coming up not only to the intraday technical lows, we're at VWAP, but it's also, is the 5-minute and 10-minute, are they actually going to break? The 30-minute is having the worst time. S&P 500 is a bit, stronger. I just got out of a page I shouldn't have gotten out of. Right about here. Yeah, we just got below 50. This is a painful one. It's tough. It might be a triple bottom, and we recover these key levels. It's just fucking hell. Right now, your boy is getting his teeth kicked in, but I suppose it is not, the game's not quite over. Oh, even that. We just popped right back up to VWAP and got smacked again. I'm watching closely on to see if, dude, Tesla doesn't give a shit, though. Tesla's just going. Tesla does not care. What do we have with flow? SPY's taking a little bit of a hit, but the Mag 7 strong. This is what's confusing me, is the Mag 7's been strong this entire time, so there's a clear mismatch there. But I suppose it is proper to say at the end of the day, what actually matters is price, but there is a clear mismatch. Mag 7 is strong while the Nasdaq is getting hit. Struggle bus. If you somehow caught any of this, congrats to you. But this trend, or I should say this lack of trend, is fucking destroying me. It is destroying me, this lack of trend right now. Or it's just enough of a trend in my book for like Icarus to be firing. And I'm like, okay, cool, Icarus is firing. Do I like it? I'll take it. And it's just enough to get readings in one direction, and I'll take it. And then I'm just getting destroyed exactly the opposite way. Fuck. Wow. Crazy. And look at that. We swept it. And like also the size is big. Like we're swinging these 20, 30 points like it's nothing. Which way? Pretty much from 7 a.m. until now, we've gone nowhere. If you take a quick step back to that time frame, 7 a.m. till now, just nothing. Absolutely nothing. And I'm in a position. Wow, dude, we are just slicing. Mag 7's taking a little bit of a hit there. Maybe I'm putting a little. Oh, SPY just dumped. That's what fucked me. I'm in a position I'm not happy with. I was hoping for those buyers to step in. Watching this, that did actually break. Pain. This is not where I needed to be today. And I just need to make sure to not spiral, to not tilt, I just need to basically keep it in control. Just need to keep it in control, which you could argue the fact that I'm still in this position means I'm already somewhat out of control, and I'm saying that out loud to ideally consciously check that myself. I just simply can't give this much more room. Where are we at? I'm trying to see. Before we were talking about 900. Now we're talking about 800. Can it actually recover at 800? Nope. Smacked pretty fucking hard right there. It just went from 85 to 810 back down to 85, dude. We're moving, like I said, we were moving 20, 30 points like it's nothing. Like it's just fucking wow. Pairing this increased volatility with me not being as I guess respectful of discipline as I should be is problematic here. It is problematic. Come on. At least hold 800, and then if we get back up to 850, which is VWAP. I'm not just calling that out because it's a $50 rung. 850 on NQ is VWAP. It is, oh, fuck, that's getting smashed. But it is VWAP. Technically, 845 is. Ooh, brother. Oh, fuck. I am not happy with how I'm performing today at this point. I think I'm getting to the point. Oh, shit. The sad thing is if I just kept with the same thing of like, nope, another trend reversal, this trend reversal was big enough that I would actually be up. But as I was saying before, is like those times where like, no, I'm going to give it a little bit more room. I feel silly because I feel like I just did that exact same thing where I'm like, okay, no, this one's going to be the one that works. Fuck. All right, let's go back to the flow. All right, so, dude, why does every time I'm doing this, fuck, not good, not good. I'm getting nervous about this one, folks. My Chrome is, I think, frozen, but it's weird because I don't think this is. Something's going on with my Chrome. All right, I see some of those buyers. It's not much down at like 63. I do want to hold 800, take out 820. VWAP is a bit higher. It's up here at like 38. Mag 7. Hang on. What do I need to do? We almost just got a little bit of a technical thing here. Like trying to recover above this 810 level. Could push it right back up to VWAP, which is all the 1 minute 50. Oh, this is a pain in the ass day. The SPY was selling aggressively. It was a chunk of 0 DTE put buying, and now it's getting choppy in there. We might be shooting back up to 50. Might being the operative word. We just got a pretty solid bounce. Pretty solid bounce across the board. The question is, can we reverse trend again? Like we just keep fucking reversing trend today. I mean, my evals didn't have much buffer, so it's like, it's fucking, oh my God, look at these pumps. What the fuck is going on today? To be honest with you, my evals did not survive this. Like, it was just too much. And I deeply believe one of the biggest aspects of this entire game is, did you have enough buffer? But like, look at fake bullish, almost broke down. Another fake bullish, fake bearish, fake bullish, fake bearish. Like, we're all like, it is not an easy trading day. I actually really thought today was going to be way, way easier than it actually is. Like, this is just, if you're getting whipped alive, like, I'm there with you. I don't know what to say. It's just like, sometimes you have to prepare for this, which is exactly why the most key thing ever is just respect your risk. You have to have your risk in control, because you don't know days that you're just going to get absurdly whipped like this. This could be a fake out breakdown. This right here could be a fake out reversal. This could be a fake. I don't know. We're just at 50. We're at a key level. Let's see how the market either does or does not respond. It's just insane. It's choppy and y'all trying to play trends. Well, yeah, because you don't know when trends start. The idea of trend following trading is to get at the start of the trend, but it's not like they tell you, oh yeah, it's going to trend hard. That is kind of an uninformed, and right there, we just got completely fucking whipped back out. Yeah, you, as a trend following trader, you have to take advantage of the reasonable signals that you think could be a trend, but it's not like you know it's going to trend or not. Markets go from trending to choppy to trending to choppy, expansion to consolidation, expansion to consolidation. There's no model in the world that tells you it's about to switch. So that idea of like, oh, it's choppy now, so don't play for a trend, but you don't know that though. That's the issue. That is really like kind of the crux of the problem that we're talking about here. Which is why, if you like the setup, before you get in, you say, okay, am I like willing to accept the reasonable risk right now? If you are, you take a stab at it, and like you're basically throwing the die in the air.
Order filled. Order submitted.
All right, I'm updating my risk on that push. Are markets waiting for the new Fed chair pick? No, the new Fed chair was already selected. That was announced early this morning. Okay, my break even is 890 on my current position, but I am down on the day. So that's not break even on the account, but I'm trying to play this new bullish potential trend. Once again, right here, we could fast forward to the end of the day and then we'll definitively know, was this a trend or not? But in the moment, it could be like before, fake out, fake out, fake out. Like, we've had like 5 actual fucking fake outs today. Not an easy trading session. And every aspect of my mind was really, really betting on an easy trading session today. And in reality, we're just whipping up, whipping down, whipping up, whipping down. We're making fake out breakouts, the high at 10:10, fake out breakdowns to the low at 10:30. So in 20 minutes, it's an expanding pattern. Higher highs and lower lows, at least on the 5-minute. That's an expanding pattern. In my humble opinion, it is by far the worst pattern. And that's where the day is currently shaping up to be. If it can hold 50, I'm liking it. I'm liking it better if it could break out of 60, gives a realistic shot of 69, the closing value from yesterday. On NQ, if it can hold 34, great. You want the breakout of 900 and ideally 925. So that would be the bull case. The bear case on NQ would be a breakdown of 34, and on SPX, it would be a breakdown of 44. Well, while we're waiting to see how much fucking misery and pain I'm in, remember, Vanquish code Goonie, 25% off, free reset. Lucid code Goonie. This is actually currently the cheapest individual 50K account offering, $91 all in. Apex, for the evals, it's dirt cheap, 90% off. That's $19, code Goonie. And this is the final day of being able to join the Goonie trading Discord for free with the code FOMC. It expires today. I've already extended it. I'm not extending and again. I don't care how many people do or don't message me. I am not extending it. FOMC, this is the final day. You get an entire month of free for the Discord. If you like it, great, stick around. If it's not for you, cancel it within the first month. You'll never get charged. If you're not an adult and don't cancel it in time, there's no refunds, just so you know. But the code FOMC will give you free access. This is the final day. I'm promising you it is not getting extended. It's just not fair to the people who are in there. Come on. We just need this break at 900. Look at all those sellers. Those bitch ass sellers. Those bitch ass sellers. If you're here for the Payday Friday giveaway, you can still enter. We haven't done it yet. It's just the market's been taking too much of my attention. Like, retweet, and follow on Twitter. And also, if you're in the Discord, we're going to be doing it as soon as I can actually properly manage this position. Come on, get above 900. Dude, we are having the worst time here at 9. Okay, they just pulled some of the orders. It's not as dark red as it was. Dude, they're now at 99. People are trying to defend this. They really, really are. They really, really are. All right, updating my risk on some of the contracts to break even. The other ones are still technically carrying some risk, but the ones that I added low there at VWAP on the recovery, those are now freebie trades. All right, we might be getting to my lucky zone. We got to take out 25 on NQ, and we got to take out 60 on SPX. 60, if we can get above and hold above that, I'm looking at 69. On NQ, if we can get above and hold above 25, I'm looking at 26,000 flat. 26,000 flat is what I'm looking for. What is... okay. Nope. Right at 900. We are on a fucking struggle bus here. How's the flow looking? Mag 7. This was kind of the indicator of maybe the dip was to be bought. The Mag 7 Delta really was not following suit. Obviously, that's painful in the meantime because the size of the dip was clear to the point I blew out my evals, but not so big that I somehow fucked over my main accounts, or I should say yet. We'll see how this day actually goes. But I'm seeing a recovery. It was technically a higher low in these gamma readings. It's taking a bit of a dip. Dude, this is whip. Dude, endless fucking whip today. Yes, I want this to hold 50, but in reality, I don't want it to retest it. I just wanted green God candles to just get ripping here. Yes, we could theoretically retest 60. I would fucking hate for that to happen. It is somewhat likely. Probably more likely than not to test this equilibrium. It's just, this is a pain in the ass today, folks. This is a grade A pain in the ass today. Oh, I need to be a little bit more on the ball. I need to sharpen up. Feels like we're in halftime and I've been playing like shit, but the game's not over. The game is not yet over. Come on, let's see this flow improve. All right, puts are being sold. I want to see more calls being bought. Wow. Okay, so we have call buying on the Mag 7 up until 10:30. All right, come on. Come on, dude. I'm getting my dick handed to me today. Come on, take out that 25 level. This is what I'm looking for. I'll feel a lot more comfortable if we can get above and hold above 925. We're just struggling so bad at 900. And okay, there's now sellers at 915 and 920. So the technical breakout is above that. Now we have sellers at 20. Now we have sellers at 15. And even here, people are like trying to suppress the price, right? Well, at least they got taken out. That's nice. But for a second there, they were suppressing it at 96. Sellers were stepping in. Oh, what a clusterfuck of a day this is becoming. What an absolute clusterfuck of a day. Not an easy one, folks. If you're somehow having an easy day to do, like legitimately a huge congrats. Because I think many intraday traders are getting chopped alive in this craziness. So if you're somehow looking at this market and you're like, dude, this is easy as fucking pie. Seriously, congrats. Dude, it's just, if it can hold 900, there you go. Come on, hold that 900, break 915, break 920, break 925. If we can get above that 915 to 925 region, that's representing some actual bullishness. Right here, SPX is knocking on that door of 60. It's a key level. I don't know if it's going to break or not. Of course, I want it to break, but fucking want in one hand and shit in the other and see which one fills up first. So I want the break of 60, and then that could give us that shot at the closing bet. There we go. Okay. Finally back to break even. So the trade's up quite a bit, but the break even level on the account is 920, just so everyone knows. So I just want to be careful between the break even on the trade is 890. The break even on the account is 920, which is why I just marked that out just so I mentally know. If things are looking sketchy, at least I could get out at that level. I need to be smart here. I feel like I'm just not something. I need to be smart. What would a smart trader do right now? What would a smart trader do at this moment? We did break that 25 level, so I like that. We didn't break the intraday high at 940. I should probably mark that out. Actually, it should be marked out on this one. This one? Okay, yeah. This is our IB. So the initial balance is 940. That's commonly tested, and commonly on the first attempt, it is also rejected. So I'm watching 940. Before I was calling out that zone 15 to 25. We barely overshot it, clearly rejected. So we're going to see how that goes. We're going to see how that goes. Okay. Come on. Where are the bulls on this Friday? Where is the follow through? Where is the follow through?
Order submitted.
I don't know how much I like that. I know it seems like a lot. 25 points, but dude, we're whipping 30 points. Like, it's not even an ATR.
Order
this
canceled.
one's protected. This was like a DGen one that I added on. That one's in the green, but it's the other three that I'm worried about. Fuck. No. Come on, why can't we just get the pop right to 950? I'd feel so much more comfortable. Oh, I hate painting myself in the corner. How can I, hang on, in real time, I'm trying to do a little bit of mental math here, and I'm trying to realize what's good risk management and what's good potential trend following. All right, and what I need to do is be realistic about levels. Okay, this is the 1 minute. The issue, dude, this could reasonably touch like 860, 870 and still be fine. That's my fucking problem. That's my real problem. And now we have a little bit of selling here. Right back to 900. Some form of fucked up equilibrium. Come on. Bounce out of here. Hold 900. Hold 900. Get back above that 925 level. Come on, bulls. You could do it. Yeah, we popped. A little bit of a pullback. It's shitty for me in between because I have such a bad fill, but realistically, this could still be bullish. Even this drop right here. We popped up, we pulled back. That's still reasonable. It's just shitty for me because the fill should have been all the way down here. And instead, I'm like at break even because of like poor management earlier on. So like I kind of been alluding to, kind of just painting myself in this corner. Son of a bitch, dude. Oh, what kind of risk should I be taking today? What kind of risk should I not be taking today? Let's look at flow. Flow. No. Mag 7 did take a hit. I am not a fan of that. Son of a bitch, dude. Son of a bitch. And yep, right in my face. That just took a hit there too. Right here. SPY is getting rejected at the red to green move, but SPX technically hasn't tested. I was looking for it on SPX, and unfortunately, it happened on SPY, and that's when we're having a little bit of reversion. So I still might get lucky here because technically the trend hasn't changed to the other side yet, but it's just doesn't feel like good decision making. Just doesn't necessarily feel like good decision making. Same thing if we get back above whatever this zone is right there. Dude, they're back at that 915. This is the second time today where we're clearly dude. Wow. It's going to knock my one protection out. I need a miracle bounce right here for this to not knock me out. It got really close. That one random one that I added in to help my average. It's gonna just knocked it out. Fuck. Oh, I am in a position I do not want to be in. I cannot believe the whippiness on this today. Well, at least I wasn't so degenerate to just continue to hold on to that. At least I'm somewhat sticking to, okay, if it gets knocked out, it gets knocked out. I would definitely recognize in myself there's a chance of getting tilted if I was like, nope, give it more, give it more, give it more, give it more. Wow, it was looking so good for a second there just for everything to fucking turn. It's the tech sector too. It's exactly where I like look at that. It just ripped right through it. Right through it. Mag 7 starting to get the hit there. We're back to VWAP. Maybe it reacts here. Maybe it doesn't. Obviously, time will tell. If you're buying VWAP, just respect your risk. I wish you the best of luck. Tesla's still looking good. The SPY flow alert got hit there.
Order filled. Order submitted.
I slapped in another one along at VWAP. Obviously, if it pushes any amount in my favor, I'll move that one like I did before, stop to break even. I'm in the mode of attempting to treat them independently and manage that risk independently. There is going to be an aspect of luck to this, clearly, of just does it bounce off VWAP or not? I don't know. We're about to find out. The risk reward is interesting. Able to take along at 60, 65 and maybe ride that all the way up to 940. So the risk reward's there. And I would like the play if it were like my first play of the day and I wasn't already in the hole. But I have to admit, it does make me a little bit nervous on this one for sure. but we'll see. I find that it can be helpful in like the heat of it to just kind of articulate what's going on, your reasoning, just trying to help yourself. Basically, for me at least, it's just like, okay, like what can you do to not get fucking tilted? Like the trade, you're gonna even there, like it starts to look good and it's just getting fucking smashed, man. Yep, they're just crawling it down almost. Like right there, we just ran up into 74. Boom, look at that. We just ran into that wall of sellers. We're right at VWAP at 48. Right here, this white line over here, that's your VWAP. Where are we? This is just getting beat the fuck up today. Tesla is ripping, yeah. It feels like that was, in hindsight, the easy play. All you had to do. It seems like everything else is like chop, whip city bullshit right now. And then Tesla's like, no, that's cool. And it's just like climbing up and up and up. Is this a failure at VWAP? It's not it's a bloodbath in choppy city. It's not like we're directly selling off. In bloodbath situations where you're just selling, those are like actually kind of easy trading days because you just ride that trend. This is a bloodbath in terms of like choppiness, at least in my opinion. Yeah, let's see if we can recover VWAP right there at 48-ish. Or is it going to get smacked again? Wow. It did try to get above 900 and it just got, and look at that. Buyers are, dude, holy cow. What an insane amount of whippiness we have today. Folks, I pray you are doing better than I am with all this fucking insanity. I pray. Is it going to be able to get up there? So we're right at VWAP. Will it be able to take out the point of control? What are we doing? Once again, this white horizontal line over here, kind of in the middle right of your screen, this is the VWAP, and the yellow line is the POC, the point of control. Point of control is just where most of the volume's been traded at that, like, it's basically the price level with most volume, and then volume weighted average price is exactly that. It's taking all the trades at all the prices and averaging it out, and that's like an idea of like where the average participant's in. So this is the choppy zone, 870 to 850. I'm currently betting that it goes up, but the way today's been so choppy, I'm not that confident on it. The reason I was leaning bullish is just because hang on. Every time I come back to this page, I don't know why. Is it because I have too many? I do have a gazillion Chrome tabs open, but my Chrome, am I clocking? I don't know why this is getting frozen over here. Is it because I have too many things open? Am I frozen? Oh, fuck. I don't know if I'm frozen or not. Let me know. I don't even see chat anymore. Yeah, I'm getting fucked here. All right. Can you guys hear me? Can you see me? I don't think it's doing the same thing as before where it's not, I guess I could go to my phone, but hang on. I'm trying to manage this stuff getting frozen. I don't know what's going on with Chrome. Maybe I just have too many pages open. I killed these other applications. Thankfully, if you can hear me, at least my Ninja's still working, which is obviously what I'm personally dialed in on right now. Come on, you fucker. And what's weird is these other programs, maybe I have like a bad version of Chrome. Maybe I need to kill Chrome and update it. Come on, get back up above VWAP, man. We just need to take these levels out. Be a higher low. Nope. Of course, as soon as I say that, it gets smashed. S&P 500 is taking a little bit of a hit here. Oh, I'm wondering if I should just... I guess I don't even know what I'm wondering at this point. I guess I'm just here consciously wondering if I'm tilted or not. It's one of those things that you feel disciplined and smart if it goes your way, and then if it starts to go your way, I'm like, nope, you're being greedy and disciplined or undisciplined. Fuck. Come on, just take out VWAP. 48. 48, and then let's take out the point of control up here at 70. What is this working at all? Finally, okay, that's working. Yeah. S&P 500, there's a little bit of a pop. But not much of one. 60 is kind of interesting. That's a lot of positive gamma. We do have big support at 6,900. What way? That's bullish. So I'm leaning bullish because momentum is still bullish, trying to go bullish. This is questionable. Dude, it's nothing but chop city today. In hindsight, I fucking wish I just took a scalp trade this morning and called it a day, because this is the definition of pain right now. We're still doing the giveaway. I just need to do it after I somehow manage what's going on here. I know that's a bummer, but I'm sorry. If we got to keep doing paydays, I need to somehow make money, and I'm trying to ensure that I fucking don't lose this money. Or if I do lose, I'm trying to keep it reasonable. Losses are part of the game. It's not fun to accept, but I'm just reminding myself that, once again, it is part of this game. Look at that. Chop, 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 chop. Holy fuck. The way it's probably going to go, knowing my luck here, is the second that I'm like, all right, yeah, I'm done, and like I just take whatever the trade is, it's going to be like, okay, cool, now we can trend. Like, it just feels like it's going to be one of those days. Feels like it's going to be one of those kind of days. I need to... Shit. Fuck. It's taking another little hit right here. Every time I think it's like right here, I'm like, okay, cool. Down, down, down. We have this like triple bottom. It's about to go up. Nope. The next time I look over, it's just getting hit. It's crazy. Like I'm like, okay, it pops, recovery. I look over, smash. Okay, looks like we're bottoming. We're about to pick up. Nope, hit again. Like, it's just, maybe that's the trick, is I just need to stop looking at the screen, because it seems like every time I look at it, it's just getting hit. It's just getting hit. Tesla is looking good. Here's the flow. Mag 7's kind of going flat now. SPY's still getting hit. It was a bunch of call buying and put selling, and now it's call selling, but puts are flat. So people are getting out of their zero DTs. So it's not really bearish, but it's clearly a lack of bullish. So maybe if that trend can change, that'd be cool. But this is not necessarily what we exactly want to see. Yeah, Mag 7's officially going flat. What about the NASDAQ? NASDAQ's as flat as could be. So, I mean, look at this. up, down, up, down, up, down. It's just nothing. We make fresh highs, fresh lows, fresh highs, fresh lows. Like this is a fucking bad whip city. A bad whip city today. Wow. Where do we even see this? How can I just be smart here? All right. They keep getting rejected at VWAP, and then it gets smacked, but then it's not really going down too far. We're back up to VWAP right here. Where are the sellers? At 850, psychological level, also VWAP. How are we looking on SPX? Same thing. It looks like it's trying to get up to 50, but we'll see. Dude, folks, we're going through the gauntlet today. We are most certainly going through a gauntlet today. All right, back above VWAP. Will it hold? Your guess is as good as mine. Here's this. We did take those sellers out. Right here's VWAP. Here's the point of control. So we're right in between. Above the point of control could get interesting. You might have a shot. Holy fuck. Are you guys all right? Are you guys still like living? Because I am getting my fucking teeth kicked in. And right back down to VWAP. Dude, it's just when you're moving 15 points in every like 100 tick bar, it's just the craziest. Where are you in relationships to the highs and lows you marked out? Emotionally, as low as possible. All right. So before we were battling to get above VWAP, now they're pushing it back down to maybe battle to get it below VWAP. So once again, just watch this white horizontal line. This seems to be the main like pivot point of the day effectively. Which like I was somewhat joking about, but now I'm like kind of serious. Is like every time I look over, at first it looks good. Great, we got above VWAP. We got above that 50, 60 level. It's about to go. And then I look back, nope, smacked all the way back now below VWAP. I swear. So this is the zone, 50 to 70. And then right above that, we've had clear rejection in sellers at 900 flat. So even on the pop at above 70, if it were to happen, if you're bullish, it's not even like a slam dunk trade of like, oh, okay, yeah. Because like we could go just right up there as we've done, overshoot it and get smacked. Wow, that pump. We just pumped from like 825 to 870, and then we've given back 90% of it already. This is scalp with size. Well, you have to be careful with that because like if you happen to be on the wrong side of the scalp with size and then it actually trends, that's how you blow out. So I mean, thus far today, it does seem like as if it would have worked well. But remember, the current, I guess, like overall vibe doesn't necessarily persist forever. Holy shit! I'm dumbfounded. I'm at a loss with this. When's the last time we've had something this like horrifically choppy? It's 11:10 now. Wow, the day is just fucking us. Yep, fresh low right there. Jesus, or sorry, not a fresh low. Breaking down the recent low is what I meant to say. Now, look at that. These sellers are stepping right in. They pulled it. They didn't actually get that fill. They were there for a second and they pulled it. Is that going to be relief back up to VWAP? See, I was there for a second. Well, Friday fuckery. This is definitely one of those days that I kind of wish early on my like internet went out, or if I was sick or something and just decided to not stream today, decided to not trade today, because this is just fucking dog shit. Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. To all the people who are not in stream today, because maybe you're traveling, going on vacation, and maybe you were bummed at first. You're like, oh man, like I wish I could have traded today, but I have other things to do. You got so lucky. And I know you can't hear me because inherently you're not watching the stream because you had other shit to do. And I guess I'm jealous of what maybe at first seemed bad, but in reality it is absurdly lucky. In reality, it is absurdly lucky. All right, so buyers were there at 810. Once again, we're just watching VWAP at 850, and then the point of control is closer to 870. And every time I look over, we're getting very short-term breakdown and breakout alerts. This is just dog shit. The longer it hangs out below VWAP, it does freak me out more, which I think is saying something, because this whole time, I've already been like, wow, this is pretty fucking horrible. But let's see. In hindsight, when I was just barely getting my accounts back to green on this pump here at 1045, obviously in hindsight, I wish I took it. I just thought, oh, we've chopped all day. Finally, we're about to trend now. I didn't think that the absurd amount of chop was going to continue. I thought, finally, a trend. And obviously, hindsight bias is 2020, obviously. But fuck, man. Silver's getting hit. Okay. We're back at VWAP again. Do we have to get a count of how many times I just keep saying we're at VWAP, because we just keep going there time and time, and then just got smacked again. I mean, you can just record me saying we're back at VWAP, oh, rejected, and you could just play that on loop, and that's pretty much what the entire show has been. Damn, that was stupid. I should have gotten the fuck out. Yesterday was the day for aggressive trading, not today. But once again, you never know. You just don't know that until you can't accurately predict beforehand if it's going to be a choppy day or a trending day. Of course, there's certain situations where, like, if it's an FOMC announcement, you're like, okay, today's probably going to be pretty crazy and there's going to be ranges. Or if it's like unemployment in the morning, you're like, okay, yeah, like we're expecting some reasonable amount of movement. But days like today, if anything, like we got the news of the potential new Fed chair. So you're like, okay, yeah, like maybe the markets are actually going to react to it. Like maybe we're going to get some movement, not just an absurd chop fest. So like, I think there's a lot of Monday morning quarterbacking here, like in the world of trading. And it's like always the woulda, coulda, shoulda, but you just don't know. And I think that's one of the first things you can do at any point in your trading career to improve it is like really in your mind differentiate between like what's known, what's predicted, and then like what's kind of variance, like what's random chance. And I don't think a day like today, there's like too many accurate predictions beforehand of like who's actually going to be controlling it. Is it going to be a trendy day, a not trending day? If anything, we got the Fed announcement. It's the final Friday of a month. Like, I think there was more things favoring like a decent movement and decent trend today rather than just this chop fest. I actually think we're in the like less statistically likely like situation, at least at this moment. I mean, you have Apple going crazy. You have Mike. Look at that. Back to VWAP. Dude, I'm telling you, you guys don't even need to listen to me anymore. Just record me saying back to VWAP. Oh, we got rejected. Look at this. Back to VWAP. Oh, we got rejected. Like you could say it with me. You guys could do the show today. It's literally just those two sentences. Hey, we're back to VWAP. Oh, got rejected. Look at that. Fucking smacked right there. Again, dude. This is so fucking painful. SPX and now S&P 500 taking a bit of a hit. I'm getting a bit nervous here because even the 5-minute is starting to push. It's one thing, the 5 and the 10, son of a bitch, dude. The 30 is battling out. The real culprit here is the fact that the 30, look at wick above, smack, wick above, smack, wick above, smack, and it's right at that point of control of 870. Fuck. Fuck, fuck, fuck. I try to catch some trends today and it just never never trended. Why are you still in? Because it's not trending. I'm actually like giving you the exact reasoning of what's going on. It's just because I have no reason to get out because nothing's really getting hit. Look at the 5-minute, look at the 10-minute, look at the 30-minute, like just nothing. 5, 10, 30, like we're just doing nothing. So if you're doing nothing, inherently your risk nor your reward is getting hit. And that would be fine if I hadn't traded and this is my first trade and I'm just in one contract, and that would be like what a reasonable good trader was doing. But for me today, unfortunately, just like one thing led to another, and it was a succession of pretty dumb fucking moves. That it is not my first trade. I'm trading way too big a size, and I'm in a little bit of like kind of the hopium bucket at this moment in time. A little bit of hopium. We are definitely smashed at VWAP a little bit harder that time, but it's every minute that's passing and I'm waiting for it as it's below VWAP does not make me feel good, folks. It does not make me feel good. If we had to wait at VWAP, I'd be a bit more patient. That's easy. That's equilibrium. It's easy for my brain to process and just say, like, okay, cool, VWAP. Like VWAP is VWAP. We're at equilibrium and I'll wait for it to break. But the longer we hold below it, it seems as if the odds are increasing that the new trend that will persist from here is bearish below it, which is currently against what the fuck I'm doing. There's buyers at 800. Maybe I'll get lucky and they'll bounce it all the way back up to VWAP. We're going to find out. But we've spent a decent chunk of time trying to get above VWAP and it didn't happen. And we just fucking puked. No. Okay. Fuck, dude. This is not good for me. Oh, I was really hoping that this recovery would lead us to what I needed. And instead, it just 15 minutes up and it's painfully down now. All right. I need to be smart and do anything but get tilted. And do anything but get tilted. Gotta dial it in. I can't be a fucking retard here. There's just too much at stake for me. Too much at stake. What are we doing? Before when we were battling out at 900, it's now seemingly a similar battle at 800 of are we going to hold it or not? Obviously, the trend to 800 was downward, which I would argue actually statistically increases the chances of it getting cracked. It is not. The short-term trend is clearly bearish at the moment. Once again, that's short-term, and we know the shorter the term, the easier it is to switch. It's just, to be fair and objective, I'm on the wrong side of the short-term trend. I'm technically on the right side of the medium-term trend, but the way this is going in the ATR and the movement, it is not good. Fuck. I'm getting my dick kicked in right now. It is not looking good for your boy. how do I'm like, what I'm processing right now mentally is just like, are you tilted? Are you holding on to something you shouldn't be holding on to? Or are you trying to give it a legitimate chance at a bounce? Because like right here, none of us know the next bar. So the next bar could be fuck. And I say that and I'm trying to reason. I should probably stop talking and actually focus. Fuck. I need to focus. You guys know what's up. You know the reasoning. You've been here long enough. You know what's right. You know what's wrong.
Order canceled.
All right. I'm moving it. I'm trying to stop the hemorrhaging. So instead of giving as much room as I was, I'm moving some stuff up. That is the smart move. Can I catch? It feels like I can't catch any fucking lucky streak today. It's just all the breaks have been against me. I had 1 point to get out for break even on the trade, but I thought that was the start of the trend, and I was trying to ride the trend because I'm a trend following trader, and it just fucked my face, if you will. This is not this is bad. This is really bad trading for me. Really bad trading for me. Undisciplined. It started out as pretty disciplined, and then it turned into, this is a chop fest, so maybe give it a bit more room, and then me giving it a bit more room, losing a bit of discipline, or losing some of it got fucked. So currently, the hopium that I'm holding on to is, I know 25 is a key gamma area right here, 25. So I'm hoping that it bounces. The issue is that there's even bigger gamma areas below. So we'll see. We'll see. All right, so we got as low as 53. We see some people trying to step up at 50, 53, but it's just, the trend's down, and I'm fighting the fucking trend, and fighting the trend is like truly the worst thing to fucking do. And I don't like where my psychology's at of like, oh, okay, like maybe it changes. I feel like I was giving it reasonable shots at VWAP, but now that it's like definitely broken VWAP, it's being fucking stupid. It's being fucking stupid for sure. All the criticism is 100% accurate. It's 100% accurate. I just need to bring myself to be disciplined enough to cut it, which I am currently having a tough time doing, if I'm being honest with all of you. I'm having a really tough time doing exactly what I know I should be doing, which is a special type of mental purgatory. A very special type of mental purgatory. Oh, fuck me. We're right sweeping these lows. do I see any buyers? I guess there are buyers there, but it has to take out 800. And for me, it's not even 800, it's 900. 800 is a key level, but remember VWAP's all the way up here. Like it's things like this right now are not good for my psychology because it's giving me hope. I'm like, okay, I'm seeing some buyers. So then it's causing me to like give it a little bit more, and then on the next wave down it's going deeper, so the pain's getting worse, and then I see another pump up and that gives me hope, and then I'm holding on to it, except every bounce is less and less and the divot is more and more, and it's just not good. Not fucking good. Look at all those sellers. Jesus. Not good. Five minutes bearish, 10 minutes bearish, 30 minutes bearish, 4 hours bearish, 5 minutes bearish, 10 minutes breaking down, 30 minutes bearish. I'm on the wrong side of it today, folks. I really am. I think if we were to be here and like objectively measure what's going on, I'm on the wrong side of it. Yeah, there's a non-zero chance that I get lucky and it somehow magically reverts from here and goes in my favor. But that doesn't mean it's good trading. That means you're lucky. Like, yeah, sometimes there's an aspect of luck. Oh, bounce coming. I mean, I hope so, but the trend would have to switch. And right now, the trend is not that close to switching. SPX would have to get above and hold above 40 and really 50. NQ would have to get above and hold above VWAP, which is basically 840 at this point, maybe even higher. Where is it? 845. So like it could be like at certain points you have lows and you have highs, but that is a very different thing than like actual quality trading. Yeah, I need this breakout of 800 pretty fucking bad. I'm doing something weird that this is like my Chrome. Am I just on a bad version of Chrome? Because it's nothing else on my platform. It's exclusively Chrome. Look at that, dude. See, this is what I'm saying. I get, it's giving me hopium every single time I'm seeing these pumps. I'm like, okay, cool. Maybe a trend reversal. And then every pump, it's the lower high. And it's absolutely fucking my psychology. Too much hope. Too much hope. What are we? Dude, I'm telling you, I'm just getting the hopium kicks in. Like you're like, okay, maybe I'll get it. See, I'm seeing this curl up. Maybe a change of trend. I'm seeing this curl up. Maybe it's a change of trend, and it goes a little bit in my favor. And then I'm like, cool, okay. And then the next pull down is even worse. So if it does bounce here, that's not the craziest level. People buying off 925. But once again, it needs to recapture 40. And more importantly, it needs to recapture 50. NQ, same thing. Maybe it's going up, but it's still a bearish trend. I'm still fighting the trend. I have a shot if it gets above and holds above, what was it, 45 was VWAP. So let's just call it like the 40 to 60 zone. If it can get above this zone, yeah, maybe I have a shot, but like that's the hopium part of like, it's not even there yet. It'd be one thing if you have no position, it gets up there and then that comes to reality. But the fact that I'm betting on that happening now and like, we're not even fucking close to it, that's why it's bad. That's the bad decision making. If you're flat and then that happens, they're like, cool, I'm going to take advantage of the change of trend. Good. You're making a decision based on reality and like what's happening in front of you, ideally with low risk. Where I'm at is praying that variance breaks my way and the change of trend actually happens. That's what's bad. So I hope like yesterday when I explain it, you see what I did well and that makes sense. A day like today, I hope you understand like what I'm explaining and like what I'm doing poorly. As much as I hope you learn from my good stuff, you could probably honestly learn more from my bad stuff, because in reality, what the play was the long here at 1038, and then you get knocked out for break even, then you go short, and then you rode this all the way down, and maybe it gets knocked out for break even, whatever. You can take as many break even trades as you want. The issue is this fucking bullshit. I would love for this to get above and hold above. I appreciate your authenticity. Well, I thank you for appreciating it, but it's truly the only way to be. There's too many people who are acting like they make money all the time and there's no hardships and it's the easiest thing ever. No, trading is hard. And it's made even more difficult when you realize it's just a giant game of psychology. It is a difficult game. Look at, I guess I should say what I'm doing today is difficult, but apparently all you had to do actually was just go long Tesla and your life would have been far, far easier. Far, far easier. All right, come on, get this pump back up. Nope. Even this, I'm getting hopium, and then it just fucking right here. We're just getting rejected at the 1 minute 50 EMA. We puke, bounce up. This is like, every time we bounce like this, I'm just getting sucked in. I get sucked in. I need, it's already definitively like proven to you folks today that my discipline is not where it needs to be. And now with that being recognized, I'm just doing the best to manage the position I've gotten myself into. That's exclusively the name of the game right now. I mean, if this can get above, if that's a little bit of a higher low and we could take this out. Right here, all right, maybe. We're all getting emotional with these charts. So yeah, it happens, and I think that's a good learning lesson for us, like to internalize. And then you're basically saying, okay, like cool, things are shitty. That happens. Like it's just you're gonna do well if you can handle this quote unquote like under fire, and you have to handle it when things are moving quick, when things aren't going so properly. Like that's an important skill set for trading. So the first thing is like recognizing it and be like, okay, and kind of having like that out of body experience of like, okay, like it's just fucked up today. Like, what am I doing? What am I not doing? But even like this, like right there, I just keep to comment on my own, I guess, mental state right there. I keep getting excited. Like I keep thinking, okay, I might be on the right side. It just happened right there. Like my mentality is like, okay, we are trending down. We're knocking on the door. Maybe we're going to get to VWAP and take it off. It happened to me right here. We got knocked. It was a higher low. I saw that pump. Oh, we're going to reverse right here. We got knocked. It pumped higher low. Like I just keep anchoring myself to these things that are seemingly looking good, and then I feel like I'm not appreciating that full holistic picture of actually getting my fucking face kicked in. I feel like my brain is exclusively focusing in on, like, let's just say, just for this example, the green, and then it's almost ignoring the fact that it's a majority red. It's like, okay, yeah, there's a green. You might have a shot. Like my brain is, like I said, anchoring itself to the things that might be going right, and it's somehow blocking out all the things that are legitimately going wrong. I mean, anyone with no position would look at this right now and be like, yep, on an intraday basis, the bulls are in control, or excuse me, the bears are in control. The bulls were in control. They lost it. And at any point, control can switch. And I just fucking hate myself for being in the position where I'm betting on some sort of reversal. Maybe I have some odds better than 50-50. Maybe it's like 52-48, just because seasonally today is a bullish day. The overall trend is up. So like maybe I have a slight edge, but we're talking about a baby edge on top of flipping a coin. We're not talking about like, hey, it's fucked up now, but you still have an 80% chance. No, like that's not what we're talking about. Lunchtime, maybe, yeah, maybe. I mean, like I said, at any point, trend can change, but that like betting on a trend change in your favor, it's just a bad way to go about it. And that's what I kind of hate about myself today is I'm betting on the trend change where I just wait for the change. Generally, when I'm trading well, I wait for the trend change and I just take it on the, like, I'm not there waiting or praying that I'm on the wrong one and like hoping it comes back in my favor. That's when I'm trading poorly, which is literally what I'm live streaming to you today. Silver's down 23% from the all-time high. That's crazy. Yeah, I mean, silver, I put it in the Discord last night. Anyone paying attention to the new Fed announcement, this is pretty evident. Like, this was, honestly, I think it gets worse, truly. Like, I think this is going to come back to 80 relatively short, and then 4,600. It might base there and go, but like with this Fed announcement, like with how hawkish the new Fed chair nominee is going to be, I think it was the more likely outcome, but I'm not too worried about that. If you're trading silver, obviously I wish you the best of luck, but I need to kind of dial into what the fuck I'm doing because it's not, as well as it's not going for the bulls on silver today, it's not going too well for your boy on NQ. It's not going too well for your boy on NQ. Yeah, I don't know if this is going to make sense to you guys, and I know at this point I'm rambling because it's deep in the day, but there's something that goes on where you just know you're on the wrong side of it. And I feel like that's been 75% of the show for me today. I got into a position that I just didn't want to take that loss. And then you just, there is something that goes on, especially for day trading and for swing trading, let's be honest, that like, you just know you're doing the wrong thing. Like you can feel it in your gut. You're like, nope. In fact, I literally wish I had the opposite. So like for me, I've been sitting through this and I'm sitting through like even like, should I add one? But if I add here, it could easily get rejected at VWAP and that's increasing my risk. Like, I think I just have to hold through this. Like, as much as I often think it's right that I'm not fully automated Icarus is my system that tells me to go long, to go short. It's not fully automated. It paints on my chart when to trade, and then I manually execute it. So the reasoning why it's not fully automated, which is relatively simple to do, the reason it's not is because there's certain times it fires that I don't want it to trade because Icarus doesn't take in options data, and I like to trade with options flow. So that's the reasoning why it's just telling me the signal, and then I trade it. So that's, okay, one piece of reasoning. The other piece of reasoning is times like this, where in this entire downfall, Icarus was firing short multiple times and I was holding long. That's not a signal issue. That's not a knowledge of the market. That's a discipline issue. So like sometimes I end up ping-ponging back and forth with that because where I'm like, okay, yeah, you don't want it to fire all the time because like maybe you don't like the option trend. So like I think that I'm going to be disciplined enough to follow what I need to follow. And then there's days like today where pretty much this entire drop, Icarus has been short, 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 short. And instead of me, like, it's one thing to not take the short and like, let's just say you're like neutral it, but no, instead of that, I held along through all of the pain for no fucking reason. And we'll see how this goes. Think you could ever stream options flow data into Icarus? I'm sure it's somehow technically possible. We're just getting rejected right at VWAP, by the way. Yeah, so when I called out 40, guess where we are? We're right at 40. And really, we need to get above 50 for this to be like, oh, bulls might be in control. Let me mark that out. And then I already marked that out. Yeah, we're getting rejected right at equilibrium right here. VWAP, once again, volume weighted average price is about 43 right now, just over 43. We pretty much ran up into it. We ran up to like 40 and just got our fucking face smashed at 37. So we ran up to VWAP, smacked again. We ran up to VWAP and got smacked again. Someone said Trump is speaking. Do we have a link on that? Does anyone have a link on that? Is Trump going to pump it? Come on, just take out VWAP. Give me at least a fighting shot here. So I'm not the only jackass. Yeah, I'm there with you. I hope everyone else is doing well, but it looks like the jackass club is of 2 people. It looks like at least 2 of us. So I have a fighting shot if NQ can take out 70. I have a fighting shot if FSPX can take out 950. Flow is starting to improve from 1122 till now. What a fucking... What a silly... The 5 minute doesn't know what it wants to do. The 10 minute doesn't know what it wants to do. Taking out 69 right here. Please bring your attention to the bottom left of the screen. I'm watching this 30-minute bar on NQ because not only is this like kind of a V-shaped potential recovery if we get above 69, but it also pushes us on the bullish side of the momentum on the EMA. So that would be interesting. Obviously, it's not close. We're trading at 29 right now, but the way this market's been moving, maybe. Watch 25,869 because that means the 5 minutes back to being bullish, the 10 minutes back to being bullish, and the 30 minutes attempting to go bullish. And it would actually even mean that the 4 hour is on the bullish. So it's an interesting test. And then ES, you want it basically above 75, which same thing. So we're kind of in this like awkward boat, but surprise, surprise, rejected at VWAP again. Back up to VWAP and rejected. Is anyone surprised that I'm saying that for the millionth fucking time today? Dude, no, that's the last thing I want to see is just these fucking daggers. Folks, your boy's on the pain bus today. The bus of pain. The point of control just dropped to 830 from like 870. Once again, your POC is just the exact price level where most volume's been traded at. And then your volume weighted average price is just obviously it averaging it out. But look how many people are selling right there. Look at all that red. They're all day. They've just, sellers have been protecting VWAP. Now, are they selling to open a position, selling to close a position? I have no idea, but at least we're back to VWAP. You know, I can't complain too much because at least we're at VWAP. At least we're trying to go bullish versus like, oh, fuck, are we still going down and down and down? All right. Come on, let's take this out. All right. We're going to find out if I'm lucky today or not. We're going to find out. We're right at VWAP. Come on. Right at it. The previous point of control was up there at 870, which oddly enough is this breakout zone. So I think a lot's going to come down to 870, which is also I guess this zone was at 60, but I had this other one marked out at 70. 870 is going to be a big deal, which oddly enough is right below where I'm break even on this trade. Just my luck. Just my darn tootin' luck. Look at that. Rejected right at the top of that box. Right back to VWAP. We are... Folks, if there was a day that was defined as violently going nowhere, that would be today. That would be today. Tesla's looking good. Silver's looking horrible. Smacked that VWAP by a good 10 points. Five minutes trying to go from bearish to bullish, 10 minutes trying to hold bullish, 30 minutes trying to actually break. 5 minute on NQs trying to go from bearish to bullish, 10 minutes trying to recover, and 30 minutes trying to break up, but it's still technically on the bearish side. I don't. These smacks are not good. Getting smacked at VWAP and dropping the point of control. As I was alluding to, I don't know, at this point, it feels like an eternity ago that like all these little pumps, they're giving me hope. And then it ends up being a lower high, and then it's getting smashed, and it's getting me into a worse off position. And I just fucking hate this cycle. Every single time it pops, I'm like, okay, cool. I might have a shot here. And then I am just overstaying it. I'm just praying for an actual trend change. And it's just right here. We almost got the trend change. Oh, cool. Look at that bounce. I mean, we bounced from 750 to 860. That's a 110 point bounce just for it to get fucking hit. Like I keep getting sucked into this poor psychology of thinking, okay, like the trend's going to break in my favor, and then it just doesn't. And probably a logical question is like, well, if that keeps happening in a little bit of a relief, why not get out? And I'm saying that's probably right. But what my psychology is telling me, which once again is wrong for the day, is like, yeah, but the second you get out, like it keeps trying to change. Eventually, one of these times, it's actually going to change trend. So that's like, and I'm not saying that that's good. In fact, I'm actively telling you that that's wrong. But that's like kind of, I guess, the poor psychology, the poor discipline that's keeping me in. It's like, how many times can we attempt to change trend and not actually change trend? And once again, it's not good. It's causing me to go deeper in a hole, like without a doubt. Fuck, even this. If it can hold 40, we didn't even touch 50. We got to 46 and it got smacked. Mag 7 try to pop, it's giving it back. The SPY try to pop, just gave some of it back. This has been a long one, folks. We are battling it the fuck out. No, it's getting hit again. Son of a bitch. Right at that 50% line, 35, which is also VWAP. Not my day. Painful. This is obviously painful in a general sense, and it becomes uniquely more painful when you have to stream it to thousands of people and show everyone how shitty you are. But that's for the sake of transparency. I obviously show you my successes and when I do well. So it would not be fair if I only showed that side of it. So yeah. To you guys, I get to show some of the gains and when I'm on it and I'm doing what I'm doing, but it is only fair to show you the other side of it as well. And this, unfortunately for me, is the other side of it. And as of now, it's going to be pretty fucking painful. Fuck, dude. It just feels, dude, it's just the dagger knowing you're doing the wrong thing and you just can't bring yourself to do the right thing. It's just something about it. Something fucking about it. Like even this, like I'm finding the little things to give me hope. Like, look at that popped. Look at that popped. Which, to clarify, is not good. Even this, like that's a clear rejection. It tried to go back bullish, smack. Like, what the fuck am I doing? I have no business in being in on the trade that I'm in, especially at the size that I currently have. I have no business. Absolutely no business. And yet, here we fucking are. Oh, man. And it's just like the moves are so wild. So fucking wild. Yep, smacked right at VWAP. I'm sure there were shorts who went in there. And I don't blame you either. I don't blame you either. It was a good trade. I was just praying for the opposite. like the fucking dumb that I am. What time is it? 11:50. What's worse than this is now we're going to get to the period where it's like going to be the shitty sideways fucking lunch chop. Hang on, I'm fucking up my alerts over here. Nope, not fucking them up. We're actually legitimately just going back down. Fuck, I need to do something. I just need to do something smart. Like, can I pull off one fucking smart move today? That's all. I'm begging of myself, just like one intelligent move. It is tech, unfortunately. That is weak here. Look at that smack. I don't even know what I'm doing. It's an interesting question. When things are fucked, dude, is it just going to come back to this 25? Oh, what do I do? What do I do? What do we do? Well, we try to base it on math and stats and risk and reward. Dude, if it doesn't, this is where I'm getting into a little bit of an issue, is if it doesn't hold 25, like 30, where we are right now, we're kind of looking at 6,900, which would be a mass. Like, I very much need this zone right here, this positive node to hold, because if not, 6,900. And even that, like another little bounce. We just bounced from 766 to 807. Like nothing. Like we just cut through it and then smash. What does history show today will be at end of day? Bullish. Today is seasonally a bullish day, but it obviously seasonality is not a guarantee. All I can tell you is the 5-minute is bearish, the 10-minute is pushing bearish, the 30-minute is sideways, 5 minutes bearish, 10 minutes bearish, 30 minutes bearish. Tech sector is in the shorter time frame from the 5-minute to the 10-minute, or excuse me, the 5 to 10 and the 30 it's bearish. ES 5-minute is bearish, 10 minutes choppy, 30 minutes choppy, 4 hours choppy on both. Silver is at a 20-day SMA long, looking for longs. I mean, arbitrarily buying at the 20 EMA seems stupid to me. It might work, and if you choose to do it, I do wish you the best of luck. But it just, like, it's getting hit, like, because of the Fed. Like, that's legitimate Fed news, like with the new Fed chair. But I'm not your mom. Do what you want. And also, to be fair, I'm trading like shit, so maybe you don't want to take my opinions on this one today. And these alerts are not working. They're not turning on for some reason. I don't know if I'm having a trading view issue today or if I'm having a Chrome issue today. But whatever problem I'm having, it is not a fun one. It is not a fucking fun one. Maybe we could take out 800 again. VWAP is 82 or 42, 842. This would technically be a higher low, but do you even hear the justification that I'm doing? I'm just like, I'm continually justifying why maybe I should be holding on a bullshit position. And I guess the biggest advice I could give is, like, if you find to be doing what I'm doing, where you're justifying a losing position, probably the best thing to do is, like, get the fuck out. That's probably the smart move. If you find it, if all of a sudden it sounds like there's an echo in your room and you're saying the type of shit that I'm saying, probably a good idea to fucking bail. Probably a damn good idea to bail. I'm in my own fucking mental hell today. Fuck. It's not doing it what I need to do. Oh, dude, we are so far past. Okay. I'm going to give you guys two options. It's already noon, and I'm just so fucking tilted on this. So I could either run the Payday Friday stuff later and just post proof of who wins and who doesn't win, or we could cancel it for today and double down next week. Double down across the board. What would you guys prefer to do? I post results later today, and we basically run it in the Discord. And yes, the people on Twitter, I'll still consider you, and I'll show proof of who does and doesn't win. Run it Monday. We could also run it Monday. So we, like, basically my question is, do you guys want me to somehow double down, like run it Monday and shit of next week? Or do you want me to do it today and just post it? Okay. Yeah, we'll run it next week then. But I need to somehow, like, really hone in and find it in myself to find the discipline to fucking manage what I am doing right now, because this is becoming absolutely horrendous. Is this actually fucking cracking? I'm so disappointed in myself. I'm so incredibly disappointed in myself. What am I doing? Great shorts, stop outs, great shorts. I'm being fucking stupid, folks. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Okay, I need to manage this. Fuck. What's going on with the flow? It is getting hit. Where are we on SPX?
Order
All
filled.
right, I finally fucking cut it and just admitted that I'm being a dumb motherfucker. So finally cut it, and now I just need to battle it out for the rest of the day to see how much I could help the hemorrhaging, which obviously that does put me at risk of maybe going fucking deeper in the hole, but I'm just gonna, I guess, dig in here and see what I can do. So I'm going to do what you guys suggested. We're going to run Payday Friday. I don't have the mental capacity to run it today. Obviously, my apologies for that. So we're going to run it on Monday. So we're still going to do it. We're going to run it on Monday. I need to focus because there's just a little bit too much at stake for me personally. So I'm going to end it here. Obviously, I will post how everything goes right now. It is not good, but you never know what might happen in the remainder of the day. So let me see if I could get on the right side of this. So we'll run Payday Friday on Monday. Once again, my apologies for that, but sometimes you just got to trade your own account, and I got to hone in on this one. Have a great weekend. I will post everything later on today of how this goes. I'm going to be transparent about it, and I will catch you guys later. Peace.